Guys, I don't know what's going on at all. Oh my god, he finally. Oh, he connected and then I kicked him because he finally. Oh, dude. All right, guys, laggy. Restart. We might restart. Oh, he loaded in. We finally got a guest in. What's up, Owen? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
No.
Yeah, dude, the one guest that loads in. I appreciate you for coming up here, man. Unfortunately, we're only talking opposition. The one guest that loads in. Guys, this is absurd. This is crazy. What's up? Oh, they're working out. What's up, Nathan? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Yep.
Why?
Well, because I think it's a play.
What?
Man, listen, man. I'm telling you. The funny thing about hold on, let me turn my alarm off. Hold on.
Yo, I
That's
don't know if
me.
your house
That's
is
me.
burning down or something. Why is... Okay, why do you think it's a plague?
Well, let me tell you, man. Look, I had a cousin, right? He had all the support. He had all the support he needed to be gay, right? In other words, his mom was cool with it and all that stuff. You know, he's still unalived himself.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Can you
like,
hear
no,
me?
like, seriously. Yeah, it's like, seriously, unfortunately, people unalive themselves. It is terrible. It is terrible, but it does happen, right? And this is going to include gay people sometimes.
Hmm. Right. Listen, I don't have a problem with gay people at all. Does that make sense to you?
No, you said it's a plague.
No, 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 no. I said it's a play. It's a play. People are being played. It's a play. People are being played.
Like, being
Do
gay
you
is, like, a
understand?
choice? Like society's making people gay?
Oh, being gay is definitely a choice.
Yeah, so if being gay is a choice, then why do institutions such as the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research and the Center for Neurodoctrine Study at the University of Pittsburgh, Massachusetts, and the Center for Neurochronology at UCLA all disagree with you? Quite literally, all the institutions disagree with you, man. Like we have science that shows that like sexual orientation and being gay is dependent upon physicalities of our neurobiology and our genome, right? It can't be a conscious decision if the science is true. Oh,
Oh,
there's roses.
okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you like this here. Listen, you can get a you can get a research team to say whatever you want it to say.
Right, no. So the thing is, like, they use like EEGs, fMRIs, like MRIs, and like postmortem brain slices to conclude these physicalities. It's not text on paper; it's pictures on screen and graphs that like equate to that. Man, dude, your audio's not that good. You sound like you're like 5,000 feet under the Atlantic Ocean.
For real?
Yeah, man.
Well, listen,
So why do you
listen.
disagree? Like, then also not to mention that we observe homosexuality in over like 3,000 animal species, dude. Like that's unreal as well, right? So if it's a conscious decision to be gay, but yet these animals cannot make conscious decisions and they're still gay, this is just going to show that it's not a conscious decision, right?
No, no, no. We're talking about an animal. An animal will eat another animal. You
No,
understand?
yeah, yeah. But an animal will also be homosexual, right? You understand? You
Yep.
understand that
A
like we
dog
observe
will hump.
homosexuality.
A
All right,
dog.
man.
A dog will hump your leg. You know that, right?
Yeah, no, we
A
observe like
dog will
birds
hump
quite
your
literally
ass.
like only engaging in gay intercourse with another bird and then building a home or a nest with them.
Okay. Here's the deal. Here's the deal.
Here's the deal,
We
Nathan.
have.
I'm just going to go ahead and move on to the next guest. Let's go ahead and talk to our next guest here. He was a little bit slow, chat. I'm not going to lie, but we're just going to go ahead and move on to our next guest here, chat. If we're enjoying the streams, make sure we're tippity tapping away on that phone screen. Let's try to hit 100,000 likes. Make sure let's hit 1,000 likes. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I was just talking a bit too slow. Oh, bro, I'm fucked up. I'm sorry. I know. I'm fucked up, guys. I know. I know, chat. I know. The next guest is not letting in here, so we're going to go ahead and disconnect them. Let's go ahead and talk to Max here, guys. Oh, let's go ahead and talk to Max here, y'all. Our next guest is loading in here. Max is loading in here, guys. Make sure we're tippity tap tap in a way on that phone screen. We're about to hit 100,000 likes here, chat. I appreciate that finger heart. The next guest is loading in. We're still having issues just getting anyone to load in. I don't know what it is particularly about the stream today, but They're just like not loading in. I don't know what's going on. Guys, like once again, like they are not loading in. Like this is absurd. I guess we're gonna go to move on to the next one. Oh, what's going on, man? You're on mute. Do you want to go ahead and unmute? Do you want to go ahead and unmute, man? Guys, please. You were the only guest that loaded in. Please unmute. Ah, man, this is crazy. Jesus Christ, man. I guess we're going to go ahead and get Wesley up here, chat. If we do think it is going to be wrong or moral to begin, make sure we're hopping in those guest requests. I don't know what's going on with the guest requests right now. I literally don't know what's going on with the guest requests, guys. Let's just go ahead and give it a minute. We're going to go ahead and get our next guest in here, chat. I literally don't know what's going on with the guest requests. Destiny, I appreciate those reses. What's up, Jackson? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
I'm a child predator, nigger. Nigger.
The one person that loads in, dude. The one person that loads in. All right, we're gonna go and move on. We're gonna go to move on to our next guest here, chat. Jesus Christ, dude. Let's go ahead and see what Potaden has to say here, chat. Appreciate you for this roses, Christian.
Hello?
What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
I think it is not natural to be gay.
Yeah, define natural.
Natural is like humans are supposed to have children and keep their bloodline going.
So just like humans are supposed to be gay, right? So no, I need a definition of natural. All right, do you want me to give one to you?
Yes, natural is
Thank you for the
having
handouts.
children.
All right, so the definition of natural is existing in. So the definition of natural is existing in or caused by nature. And like homosexual like attraction or like, same-sex attraction is going to be existing in or caused by nature. On the existing in part, well, we could just What?
Why there are many more gay people in modern times than there were before.
Right. So there's always been the same amount of gay people, right?
By our environment, in this unnatural environment that has been created for humans.
Right. So there's always been the same amount of gay people. Pineapple, I appreciate that lock and key. So just like on this point specifically, there's always been like the same percentage. Like, just listen, right? There's always been the same percentage of gay people within the world, right? But what happens when like a group of individuals, are like societally scrutinized or marginalized or oppressed, like they're less likely to self-report or be out of the closet as gay, right? And this is like incredibly prevalent, right? So let's just like look at Germany in the 1930s, right? So when Hitler started to like persecute and oppress the Jews, a lot of Jewish people just like say that they're not actually Jews to escape that persecution. In the same way, where like in our history, we have quite literally like unalived gay people just because they're gay. A lot of them would just be like, oh, I'm not gay. You know what I mean? So like this is going to be like a very plausible case as to why like we have seen like more gay people self-reporting, right?
Okay, do you agree that testosterone over the last hundreds of years has fallen in the past 100 years?
I've not
and that
seen
men
a
are
study that
becoming
says
more
that.
feminine?
So like this idea that
environment?
this idea that testosterone has fallen is not true. This idea that men
is
are
not
becoming more
true.
feminine is also not true, because you're just comparing like what masculinity was defined as like a long time ago and then like using that now, right? So masculinity and like femininity are like pure societal constructs of like traits that we observe within males or females, right?
But it's a fact that more gay people are existing today than in the past. You cannot deny that.
No, I absolutely can deny that, and I've already like told you why, right? So like
you
in the past, what we've seen just listen. In the past, what we've seen is like less gay people like self-reporting or like coming out of the closet, right? This doesn't mean that they're not gay or that they do not experience these attractions, right? And also, it's quite obvious that there's not more gay people now than there used to be, because being gay is not a choice.
It is not a choice, but your brain and your brain chemicals are like, they become from your environment, you know?
No.
Yes,
No, so like
of
there's this
course.
thing called neuroplasticity where like your brain like can like slightly like have some like disarray from environmental factors. However, when we're talking about like denotations as far as like what we've seen like would cause someone to be gay, such as the size of the anterior commissure or like specific qualities of the AI-NH3 subsection of the hypothalamus, or even like correlations between the XQ23 chromosome within one's genome, like these are factors that cannot change by one's environment. Like the diameter of your anterior commissure cannot increase or decrease because
But
of your
for
environment.
example,
Your dendritic density
like
cannot increase or decrease
that
because of your
plastics
environment.
leach.
Bro, you're talking to a neuroscience major.
But
Minor.
do you know what estrogen is?
I do know what estrogen is. You're
Estrogen.
like now, Lita.
Yes.
Lita, I
Do you
appreciate
know
the hat
that
message.
plastics leak estrogen in our water and our food?
There's not a study that can confirm this.
What? What?
Can
Do
you
you know
please
what
engage with what I'm saying,
receipts
bro?
are?
Chill, and engage with what I'm saying. You said that one's brain can change based upon their environment, and I said like the ways in which
Yes.
we see brains change to be gay, such as the size of the interior commissure, or like specific qualities of the hypothalamus, or even on the genome, which isn't a part of the brain. These things can't change. Do you accept that?
I don't know. I'm not that deep into this,
I
but
am.
I know
I
for a
am.
fact.
I am. I am. I'm a neuroscience
So,
like minor. This is what I study every
so
day.
you deny that the environment can change our hormones?
I'm denying that the environment can change the size of your interior commissure, the dendritic density experience in the AI-NH3 subsection of the hypothalamus, alongside the neuronic substructure in of itself, or neurohormones such as FSH. And it definitely cannot change your genetic makeup, such as the XQ23 chromosome, that we only observe within gay males.
But
That's what I'm denying. Like, hormones such as testosterone and estrogen have no effect on one's, like, sexual orientation, right?
that is wrong. That
No,
is
no, no.
wrong.
Give me one academic study that says that. No, give me one institution or one academic study that agrees with you on this.
The higher your testosterone is, the more you're attracted to females.
Yeah,
To
give me one
female
academic study.
humans.
You give me one
Bro,
academic study.
that's a fact, bro.
And if it's a fact, give me
But
one academic study that says it's a fact.
okay, I have no study.
Yeah,
But
I know you don't.
one
I know
other
you
thing.
don't. Wait, no.
One other
Are
thing.
we gonna look this up? No, we're gonna look this up. Is there any academic studies that agree with the idea that sexual orientation is correlated to testosterone levels in males? Let's look at this idea, bro. Like unironically, there have been no academic studies or research that have like showed that there's a correlation between sexual orientation and testosterone levels in males. And like there's been no reached consensus or no results. So this is just going to be misinformation.
So do you think when a baby is in its mother's womb and then it's being influenced by the environment, like hormones, like estrogen or something, then that
Estrogen
can
doesn't
change?
have an effect in the mother's womb. Estrogen like
What?
is not estrogen is like not a chemical that like affects like a baby within the mother's womb when we're talking about their neurology. Right.
Bro, what the fuck?
Like these are chemicals that have an effect when determining the sex, right? Like the hormone configuration that
yes.
is caused because of the activation or
And
the inactivation of the
yes,
SRY gene. Right, dude, Potassium, what I'm telling you is like you're categorically incorrect. You're statistically misled. You don't know what you're
you
talking
say,
about, and you're talking to someone that does. I can explain to you exactly how sex is determined, right? This is like what I study. And like you're sitting up here and you're telling me that like if a man has a higher level of testosterone, he's less likely to be gay, but that is completely incorrect and there's not one
that is
institution,
right.
not one. So then give me one institution or one academic study that agrees with you. Give me a study. Come on. Give me a study.
Bro, so you deny that if a baby in a mother's womb is exposed to very much estrogen, it's going to be feminine. It's not going to be masculine.
Yeah, no.
That
It's not going to
that
be
is
feminine.
right.
It's going to be a female.
Yes, and if like estrogen from the environment, which
No.
shouldn't be
Estrogen
there
has no
because
effect on femininity or masculinity. It has effect on male or female. You understand that like a female like isn't inherently feminine as like society would deem, right? Like femininity and masculinity are just societal constructs of like attitudes that we observe within males or females. Oh, I think he's running. I think he's running, chat. I think he's running. Yeah, no, he run. All right, Dean W, bro. He just didn't know what he was talking about, y'all. We're going to go ahead and move on to our next guest, y'all. If we're enjoying the debates, make sure we're tippity tapping away in that phone screen. Let's try to get up to 200,000 likes here, chat. Let's try to get up to 200,000 likes here. If we're enjoying the debates, tippity tap away in that phone screen. I appreciate that, Rose. Also, make sure you're dropping a subscription if you're enjoying the content and consider hitting that follow button as well. W Dean, for real. Let's go ahead and talk to our next guest, Trev here. Bro, I am on beat on this topic, bro. I'm on beat. What's going on, Trev? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay? All right, man. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to Nick here. I appreciate those cat paws. I don't know. That guy was just jamming. What's up, Nick? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Hey, dude. I think it's wrong.
Okay, why?
Have you ever tried strap-ons, Dean?
No, I don't need a strap on because I have a male member.
By a female?
No, I haven't, and I will never do that because I'm not aroused by that.
You
Because
gotta
I
be
am
open
straight.
to it, Dean. I'm telling you, it's the best feeling ever. Better than boy cock. Way better.
And how does this show that being gay is wrong?
Because girl cock is better than boy cock. It's right to take cock in the butt by a girl, but it's wrong to take it by a man. Women just do it better. Hi, Dean, though.
All right, guys, moving on to the next guest here. Oh man, Jesus Christ, Max isn't loading in. We're gonna go ahead and move on, man. I'm just like, I'm not even gonna engage with that, man. I'm not. Jesus fuck, man. Jesus Christ, guys. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay? Unfortunately, like, that was a great take, great take. Yeah, come up here and mute in front of like 3,000 people. Absolute W. Let's go ahead and move on to Ryan Bigwood. What's up, Ryan? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Be honest with you, big bro. Why do you care what people think, bro? Let everybody be their own person.
Yeah, I care what people think because when people think things but don't have good reason or justification for them, I look at them with
Listen,
like
bro,
a
just
very like
live your
negative. No,
life.
I'm gonna like continue to explain this, right? I care what people think because I like when people think rationally and logically, right? And like this notion that we shouldn't care what people think and should just let them like live their lives. Well, like what if someone thought that like being racist was okay, or what if someone thought that like P3Dophilia was okay, or what if someone thought that like sadistic unaliving or like mass shootings was
Let me
okay?
talk. Let me talk right quick.
Now, why is being gay wrong? Come on.
Listen, being gay, bro, yeah, it's wrong because
Why?
it's not natural, dead ass.
Yeah,
And
define
that's just
natural, dead
weird,
ass.
bro. You be
Define
seeing,
natural.
what do you mean, bro? You be seeing these parents coping their kids into being gay, bro, watching them
Right. I'm
gay
trying to
and
have
shit.
you define what natural means. Give me a definition.
I don't fucking know. I don't care.
Yeah, so
I
you
don't
don't know what
care.
it means, yet you're gonna call being gay that? That makes
I
sense,
don't fuck
bud.
with gay people.
Your
Like, they
rationality is
chill. I
so
don't,
true.
like,
Yeah,
my
why?
friends are gay. I'm not, I don't hate them. They're
Yeah,
chill
come on,
people.
stop tokenizing gay people. That probably don't exist.
What do you mean?
Yeah, why
Why
is
do you
being gay
care what
wrong? Give me
people?
one
Why do you
good
care what
reason.
people think, bro? Just live your life,
Yeah.
bro.
So now
Be your own
Ryan,
person.
no, you can't
Be
just
your
like
own person,
yeah.
big
So now
bro.
be your own person by explaining to me why it is wrong to be gay. As a sub Kelvin IQ, I
It's
guess right here.
like
Sub Kelvin IQ
it's
guess.
not wrong. It's whatever the person wants to
Sub
be,
room tip.
bro. Let the
So
person be
being
what they
gay
want to
isn't
be.
wrong. So now you just conceded to me
It's
that
like
being
gay
gay
is
isn't
wrong
wrong.
and right. It doesn't matter. Be what you want to
Wait,
be,
so yeah, now being gay isn't wrong. Did I just get a concession? W?
bro. What? Just be what you want to be, bro.
Ah, dude, Ryan,
Have
holy shit! I think
fun.
we just got a concession. Yo,
Bro,
we
I'm
just got a
not gay,
concession. I
bro.
appreciate you for coming up,
What do
man.
you mean?
Yo, that was like the quickest Dean W of all time. That was like the quickest Dean W of all time. He said, "Oh, it is wrong." Just had to ask him for one definition, and then it wasn't wrong. Yo, fucking dub, bro. Holy shit. What's up, T? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, how old are you?
I'm 15.
Nah, man, unfortunately, you gotta be 18 to be on TikTok Lives. I
Nigger.
appreciate you for coming up, though, man. Let's go ahead and see what King Noi has to say. I thought I already talked to this guy, though. I think I talked to this guy yesterday. What's up, man? Why do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Yo, you can hear me?
Sure can.
Hey, I just got a question for you, bro.
Yeah, why is it wrong to be gay?
Why are you sitting here defending gay people with your life? I just got a question.
Yeah, because like I think that like prejudices held against them, alongside other forms of prejudice, are extremely irrational and weird. Now stop coping with the fact that I'm just like this master debater
All
that's
right,
just
let me
like
talk real
shitting on
quick.
these like irrational prejudices by defending the position that being
All
gay
right,
is
bro,
wrong.
come on.
He just dropped, chat. He just dropped, man. He just dropped. I didn't kick him. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next guest, yo. Yo, these kids are just like coping. These people are just like coping with the fact that I can't lose, man. I can't lose, man. Yo, man. We're moving on to the next guest here. I'm surprised I didn't get bananaed for that. I'm surprised that TikTok didn't auto mod the shit out of that, dude. If we're enjoying the debates, make sure we're tippity tapping away in that phone screen, y'all. Let's try to get up to 200,000 likes. While this guest is connecting, hit that follow button. What's up, RJ? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Um, 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 uh,
Um,
I heard that noise too. I heard that noise too. I don't want to know what that noise was, if I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I don't want to know what that noise was. What's up, Alex? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
can you hear me?
Sure can.
'Cause it's just against my religion.
Yeah, what's your religion? Thank you for that money gun, Icy Pen.
I'm Orthodox Christian.
Yeah, Orthodox Christian's not a thing. Do you mean Orthodox Catholic?
Yeah, that one.
Jesus Christ, you're okay. The Pope of like the Orthodox Catholic Church says that being gay isn't wrong. So I appreciate you for coming up here. Just look up like Pope Francis talking about homosexuality. He's like, it isn't a sin. Thanks, man. Alrighty, yo. Let's go to move on to our next guest here. I appreciate that little crown. I mean, if he wasn't like Orthodox Catholic, that would have been fine. That would have been like super fine. But you know, then I could have actually like had a debate with him. But when it comes to like Orthodox like being an Orthodox Catholic, like their Pope thinks it isn't wrong. That's all. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay? Thank you so much for that. Had a mustache. Yo, Johnny. Hello, are you here? Johnny. Johnny.
Hear me?
Ah, I knew you were there. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
I don't believe it's wrong at all. I feel like, I do disagree for the
Thank you,
simple
Lito.
fact that I it's not wrong because, I believe that you can do whatever you want. You should be able to do whatever you want. But I
Very
do
wholesome, Johnny.
believe it's not meant to be.
So it quite literally is meant to be like that, right? So like if we can agree that like our anatomy and our biology is like meant to be because that's just the way it was developed in womb, then like you would have to agree that being gay was meant to be because it was like the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research and the Center for Neurodoctrine Studies at the University of Pittsburgh in Massachusetts like have shown that like being gay is dependent upon physicalities of the brain and genome that start developing in womb at like 8 weeks gestation, right? So like it's meant to be because like our biology was designed in the way it was, right?
Okay, then what I don't, I trust what you're saying because I believe that you study this and
I do.
all. However, I don't get it. I don't get it because if that's the case, then, what is the point of men having, dicks and women having vaginas
Right.
and we both have assholes? What would be I don't understand, like, if
All right.
I
So
don't
there's
understand
not
why.
necessarily like a divine purpose behind things. Lito, I appreciate that cap, right? So like things don't like intrinsically possess like a divine purpose. Like and if you don't understand it, that's fine, but it's just like the science shows that it's meant to be because that's just how our biology works, right? We also observe like homosexuality in like, certain like animal species, right? And like I would say that infertility is meant to be just because it's like naturally occurring condition of the human experience, but that also limits reproductive capacities, right? You know what I mean? It's like you know what I mean?
So what's meant to be is not
Thank you for the hand hearts.
being gay or not being
How do you know
straight.
that to be
It's
true?
just meant to be. No,
Oh,
I'm
what's up?
saying you're saying it's meant to be gay, but then it shall also be meant to be straight then, right?
Yeah, Lito, appreciate the cap. Yeah, because straight people have different neurobiology. Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's just
Chloe, thank you
meant
for the
to
hat and mustache.
be meant just doing what you choose is what's meant to be. Not
No,
necessarily
doing like
being
acting
gay
in
is meant
accordance
to
with
be.
your biology. Acting in accordance with your biology is what is meant to be. And straight people possess the like neurobiology and the genetic code to be straight in the same fashion and way that gay people possess a neurobiology and the genetic code to be gay. Thank you for that little crown.
Okay, and like you and Parker been talking about all night, pedophiles, racists for white people or black people being racist to a different race. Is it meant to be racist? Is it meant to be pedophile? To be a pedophile? Would that not be the same thing?
Yeah, so there's going to be like no there's going to be no scientific studies, so no academic or scientific studies that show there's any
Don't you
correlation between
find that
biology and these
interesting?
prejudices, right? So
Don't you
just Johnny,
find
just
that
listen, right?
weird?
Just listen, right? So just listen, let me
Yeah,
finish
go ahead.
talking, right? So there's no like scientific proof that shows any correlation between any forms of attraction apart from same sex or opposite sex, right? Like on the topic of p3-diophilia, right? But then even if there was like neurobiology that would like have like like create a p3dio, like it wasn't a choice to be a p3dio, it would still be wrong, right? For the obvious reason that p3-diophilia, appreciate that corgi, results in like rights violations, trauma, pain, suffering, etc., etc. But like,
of course.
what rights violations, trauma, pain, suffering, etc. does homosexual intercourse result in? It doesn't.
Okay, I can understand that. I can understand that. Now, what about I guess that'd be the same thing as racism,
Of
because it
course.
might hurt someone's feelings or something like
Yeah.
that.
Well,
But it's
like
still
no,
meant
racism is
to
like
be
unalike
racist.
people. Yeah, and no studies show that to be the case. No, it's not meant to be racist, right? Because like what? Johnny, honestly, do you have any argument as to why it's gonna be wrong or immoral to be gay?
Not necessarily. I just kind of
Okay, man.
wanted
Well,
I kind of
I,
wanted to hear what you had to say about it being,
sure. Well, I hope I
not
answered
meant
your
to be,
questions. I hope I answered your questions. I appreciate you for coming up here. We're gonna go to move on to the next guest. I hope that I answered your questions. All right, man. We're gonna go to move on to our next guest here, chat. Let's go ahead and see what Mr. Cole has to say. Appreciate you for that corgi and that had a mustache, y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Our next guest is loading up in here. Oh, man, he loaded out. By the way, this is going to be a bit of a shorter live tonight just because we were live with Parker for a while, coasting with him. So this is just kind of like the second half of our stream. If you guys are enjoying the debates, make sure you hit that follow button. What's up, BTX? Do you think it is wrong or moral to be gay?
What do you think?
I think it's not wrong nor moral.
Why?
What do you think? Yeah, because there's going to be no moral connotations associated with any form of attraction, like same sex or opposite sex, right?
True. It's not.
Right. So now, BTX, now why do you think it's wrong?
I don't think it's wrong. I just think
Okay.
it's
Unfortunately,
probably wrong for like different cultures and stuff like that.
right, but like culture doesn't this doesn't grant any justification for it being wrong.
Yes, it does.
How so?
Because different cultures follow different religions and whatnot, and trends and other stuff.
So what a culture believes in doesn't mean that what the culture believes in is right.
Well, what you believe in could be not right as well, right?
Yeah, because we're judging things off the justification for the beliefs, right?
But
Not
we
the
all
belief in
judge
of itself
things,
or how many
correct?
people believe it. BX, do you think it's immoral or wrong to be gay?
Do I think it's wrong? For me, yes.
Why?
Because it doesn't justify based on my religion, but like to other people,
what's
it
your
might not be
religion?
wrong.
What's your religion?
Islam.
Right? So like the Islamic religion says a whole lot of things, like such as the fact that slavery is okay, like unaliving disbelievers
Where does
is
it
okay,
say that?
like
Where are
cutting
you
hands
getting
off.
this
Yeah, bro.
information
Bro.
from?
Do you want me? Shit. Do you want me to pull up the verses?
Oh,
Man?
he's gonna pull up Google. All right, go pull up Google.
No,
This
I'm
guy's
gonna pull up
getting all his
the
information
Quran.
from Google, bro.
No, I'm getting my information from the Quran. Are you kidding me?
What Quran are you reading? There's nothing
The
about
Quran.
slavery in the Quran. This guy's reading the English version of the Quran. Go read the Arabic version.
Bro, all right. So like if we're looking at like chapter 90, like the Quran.
Are you
chapter
reading the
90,
English
like
version?
11
Yes or
through
no?
13, Quran like 425.
Are you
bro.
reading the
I don't think
English
that the
version?
translation is the translation of this isn't gonna
The translation
necessarily
is
change the
wrong.
motive of the text. Yeah,
Do you
whatever,
speak
man.
Arabic?
Whatever, man. All right. Moving on to the next guest here, chat. There's a lot of problems with Islam. I mean, if he wants to call a translation wrong, therefore, like, oh, it doesn't actually say any of these things, that's hilarious. Yeah, what's going on, man? Do you think that, like, being gay is going to be wrong or moral?
See, like, what I believe is, like, so, it's not wrong, but it's wrong to a point where, like, if you trying to force people into it, just like you try to force people into a religion, which is totally wrong, then it's wrong. I don't care. Like, if somebody is gay, I don't care, right? But if you trying to force me into your beliefs, like, I don't do that. I'm gonna mess with that.
And
That's
force you
where it's
into the
wrong.
belief? Yeah, I think forcing beliefs is wrong. All right.
But I don't think it's wrong. But I just personally don't do that stuff.
I appreciate you for that money gun, Fredo. All right, man. Well, if you don't think it's wrong, I'm going to go to move on to the next guest, but I do appreciate you for coming up here. Fredo, thank you so much for that money gun. I appreciate you so much. I think forcing beliefs of any kind is going to be wrong, but I don't think that, like, these beliefs are being forced. So, Bryce, thank you for that confetti. I really appreciate you. Oh, what's
Hello?
going on, man?
Oh, what's going on, man?
Hey.
Yeah, I got just a. You hear me?
Oh, you got an echo? You got some static? I'm gonna unfortunately go ahead and have to move on just because of your quality, but I do appreciate you for being up here, man. Let's go ahead and see what our next guest here has to say. Let's go ahead and see what Manya Biz has to say here, chat leader. I appreciate that, Marvelous. Thank you so much, y'all. What's going on, man? Do you think it is wrong or moral to be gay?
Yo, what's going on, my guy?
What's up? How old are you?
I'm doing good. How your day going?
It's going all right. How old are you?
I am 20 years old.
Sweet. Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Yo, you know what's hilarious, bro? You wanna hear some funny shit?
Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Oh, well, yeah, no. Look. So look, no, I'm not saying that, well, yeah, no. I'm not gonna say, all right, look. It's wrong to push it. But if you're gay, no problem. But it's wrong to push it. Like the last guy said. You know
Right. So like I don't think that like pushing the idea or like fighting for the societal acceptance of like the community is inherently going to be wrong, because this is how we counteract like societal prejudice of all kind. Like, you know, we push against these things and have like this societal advocation for like things that like society holds a prejudice against, and this is just how we overcome them. But I do appreciate you for coming up here. But this is, again, not really the topic at hand. But once again, I do appreciate you for coming up here. We're going to go ahead and move on to our next guest here, chat. Make sure that we're only in the guest request if we do think it is wrong or moral to be gay. We're just looking for some debates here, chat. We're just looking for some debates. Let's go ahead and talk to Hayden Smith. Oh, we talked to him earlier. Thank you for that mustache. What's up, Hayden? Do you think it is wrong or moral to be gay?
Being gay is so slay.
Okay. Unfortunately, I'm only talking opposition. Appreciate you for coming up. Wow, I was not expecting that based upon his profile picture. I'm not going to lie. Let's go ahead and get our next guest up in here. Appreciate those roses, Lito.
Hello?
What's up, man? Do you think it is wrong or moral to be gay?
Well, you know, for some of the reasons that you had stated earlier about the hypothalamus, and can you repeat that?
Yeah, so like institutions of science have shown that there's correlation between one's anatomy and like their sexual orientation. Do you think
Okay,
it's wrong or
so,
moral to be gay?
well, okay, so you might think I'm wrong, so I think that it's a mental illness, man.
Right. So like this is a
So
funny
does
thing.
that,
So
can I ask you
the
some,
World Health
so does
Organization,
that
the
make my
American
position
Psychiatric
wrong or
Association,
right?
the American Medical, like just listen, the World Health Organization, the American Psychiatric Association, the American Medical Association, the Endocrine Society, the British Psychological Society, the Royal College of Psychiatrics, the Canadian Psychological Association, the Australian Psychological Society, the European Society for Sexual Medicine, the American Academy of Pediatrics, the American College of Physicians, the American Academy of Family Physicians, the American Counseling Association, the American Public Health Association, the Endocrines, the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research, the Center for Neurodoctor Studies at the University of Pittsburgh, Massachusetts, and the Center for Neurochronology at UCLA all do not deem this as mental illness. In fact, there's not one institution or one doctor that'll tell you it's a mental illness, and the only people that think it's a mental illness are people without a degree or like non-medical professionals or just like irrational homophobes.
Okay, so that's, okay, so what I was asking you before you had went off on that was, so do you think my position is that you think that I think it's wrong, or do you just think that I think it's right?
Appreciate you for that little crown. You tell me, do you think being gay is wrong?
Well, as I said, I mean, I'm not saying it from a position of hate or anything like that. I just think that I think it's a mental illness. And
Yeah, so
I
tell me
actually,
why like not one medical professional will agree with you.
okay, so previously it was a mental illness. It
Yeah,
was
and then
stated.
we learned
Okay,
more, right?
okay, fair enough. I mean, I understand what you're trying. I understand what you're saying, and
No,
I'm not saying it from a.
define mental illness. Define mental illness.
Well, okay, so obviously you just said you had a degree or you were a major studying in neuroscience, right?
Yeah, it's okay if I just define mental illness.
Excuse me?
Define mental illness.
Well, I can't pull up a textbook definition for you. I mean,
So how are you
something.
using it? Like, what do
I'm
you mean
using
when
it in
you
the
say the
sense that,
word?
oh, okay, fair enough. I'll give you a simplistic definition. Is that cool? Or would you like to give me a textbook definition?
Just give me, like, I just want to know how you are using the word.
Okay, something that is abnormal.
Okay,
A very
and
basic.
abnormal. So
It's not
abnormal is
normal.
just going to be something that's atypical, right? So it's like it
Excuse
doesn't
me?
constitute the majority, right?
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
And this is like a mental illness or like an illness.
Well,
Right.
when
So
you're talking about,
is it a physical illness to be over 6 foot tall?
no, not at all.
Well, that's abnormal.
Well, it's not abnormal in a sense where
Yes, it
there's
is. There's less men over 6 foot tall as there is like non-straight men. So if you're gonna say that being like a gay man is abnormal, well, like there's less like men over 6 foot tall than there's gay men. So
well
that's fun.
that's purely statistics, though, man.
Right,
That's
it
what
is. When we're talking about like typicalities or normality or abnormality, we're talking about statistics.
Well, okay, I see where you're going with that. I mean, it's a good. I see what you're saying. But it's a simplistic argument in a
It's
sense
a
where,
very simple response. I mean, how do you define normal?
well, okay, so defining normal would be the normal purpose of a procreation. Okay, so the
No,
only
no. I
design.
ask you. So you use the word normal. You use the word normal in the definition of normal. Define normal without using the word normal in the definition.
Okay, so normal without using the definition of okay, normal without using normal. Let me think. Give me a sec. The way. Okay. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like an
See,
easy.
you're the
It's kind of
confusion.
like an easy word that people
No.
use. So I don't know the
You don't know.
textbook
Like you don't.
definition
You
for
no.
for the
Like
okay
what do you
okay
even mean when you say that, dude? Like what do you even mean when you say that? You're just
for
sitting
the
there saying it's not normal and it's a mental illness, but you haven't been able to define mental illness and you haven't been able to define normal.
okay. I gave you a simplistic definition of mental illness, and I asked you if
Yeah, and
you'd like to.
the simplistic definition of mental illness was abnormal. So what does abnormal mean? You can't tell me what normal means. Can you tell me what abnormal means?
Okay, normal. Basically, the way it was intended to be designed.
Oh, sweet. So, like, when we like look at the institutions that show like gay men were intended like to be designed gay because of like their genomes, like such as this study or this study, or because of their size of their interior commissions, such as this study, or like any of these other studies, like, does this show that being gay is like they were designed to be that way, or like
Okay,
I'm confused.
what is the purpose of it though?
Yeah, so like the purpose of like homosexuality could be like independent or like dependent upon like subjective like experiences, right? So like
No,
love,
no.
et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like what's hello?
You taking love out of it in a sense where if you take love out of it, like as far as human emotions go, other than like primal emotions, like carrying on the species, like we have lust for a specific
Right.
purpose to procreate, to incentivize procreation.
Right. So like is being gay wrong because it can't like procreate?
Well, on a evolutionary, I would say yes.
So it's immoral because of this?
I didn't say it's immoral.
Well,
And,
no. Your original claim is that being gay is immoral, and you
no, I
can
didn't say
substantiate
that.
that to me.
I said
Of
it was
course
a
you did.
mental illness. You heard me say that.
Yeah. So do you concede that it's not a mental illness?
No, I'm not conceding that it's not a mental
So
illness,
then,
and
what do you even mean when you say mental illness?
I just told you it's not normal.
Yeah, and what do you mean when you say normal?
I told you it's the way normal is when something is designed to work the way it works
Yeah, and then gay
for a
men are
specific
designed,
purpose.
gay men are designed to work in which the way they work, and this is shown to be the case by the science, the institutions, like the academic studies. Like gay men are designed to have larger interior commissures, differing dendritic densities, levels of neurohormones, like different, like varying neuronic substructures, amount of neurons in the AI NH3 subsection of the hypothalamus, like varying like masses of like or very varying like densities of gray mass in the putamen, and like
For the
different
purpose of
associations in the genomes, right?
what
Like
is
now,
the
like when you
purpose
say
of it?
purpose, well, when you say purpose, things don't have like purpose. Like, are
Of
you
course they
saying
do.
like purpose? Yeah, so then you're just saying God exists,
I didn't. Okay, the purpose. What is the purpose of homosexuality? Is what I'm trying to get at.
bro. Yeah, and what I'm saying is that purpose is subjective.
Purpose is not subjective.
Yeah, no,
When
okay, so then if purpose is objective, then you're just saying God exists, right? Things
I didn't
cannot
say
have
anything about
prescript.
that.
No, you have to say that. You're saying
Why?
things have you're saying that things possess objective prescriptive purposes, right? An
Correct.
objective prescriptive purpose requires an intentful creator to like assign or create this purpose. You're implying that a God exists. So do you believe in God?
No.
Yes or no?
Yes, I believe in God, but that's not what I'm.
So
That's
no,
not
of
what I'm
course.
going
No,
after.
no, of course you believe in God. Of course you believe in God. And you believe in God, and this is the only way that you can have a confluent argument. Boom.
No, listen.
So prove to me that the God exists. No,
Okay,
literally things cannot have objective purpose unless a God places that objective purpose, right?
Dean, partner. What I'm trying to tell you is that I'm not even saying it from a position of hate. I'm not even saying that. What I'm trying to say is that if you okay, so most, and correct me if I'm wrong, but most could say, I would say typical traditions don't believe like in dinosaurs or some things like that, right? And they don't believe that man came from monkeys or things like that, right?
Yeah, they're like irrational.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. So what I'm trying to say is that I'll even use like that secular, if you believe in dinosaurs and you believe that man came from monkeys. Okay, great. To advance the species, the objective purpose would be to procreate and to continue the line of species. Therefore, I'm asking you.
Well, to continue a species, you have to procreate. So if
Correct.
you're gonna say that to continue a species, like in the confines of this, like gay people can't procreate, therefore it's wrong in the context of continuing a species, I agree with you. But not to mention that they can via means of IVF or surrogacy, right? So they can procreate IVF or surrogacy.
But okay, so no, I'm not, what I'm saying is I'm not even arguing with you in a sense.
Is
Excuse me?
infertility immoral? When we're talking about wrong, we're talking about like morally wrong. We're like, you
Okay.
understand that, right?
So even perfect. Infertility is not a normal function. Okay.
Is infertility immoral? Is infertility immoral?
No. But I never told you were immoral. I just said it was a mental.
That's what's being asked. That's what's being asked. Is it morally wrong, right? Is being gay morally wrong?
Well, no, because morals are subjective.
Do you think it is morally wrong? And then also, you can't believe in God and think that morals are subjective. Oh my God.
No. Actually, I can.
No, you can't. You literally cannot. You literally cannot.
Okay, because in different religions, people have, just like you pointed out with Islam, you even said that they believe in slavery or they might believe in this. Other religions believe in a lot of different things. Buddhists believe in not harming flies and things like every living thing. Granted, I'm generalizing. I just try to make the point that even within certain religions of the world that do believe in God, even they believe even morality is subjective in those senses.
No. There's not one religion that believes morality is subjective, right? So you believe that morality is
each one of them have different morals.
Yeah, no, they do have different morals, but they all believe that their morals are the objective ones. Are you saying that all these other gods exist alongside yours? No, you only believe that your God exists. Therefore, your God is the arbitrator of what's right and what's wrong. But dude, this debate isn't getting anywhere. You don't think it's morally wrong, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next guest because I'm only talking to people that think it's morally wrong. But on the point of you saying that it's a mental illness, I highly incline you to do actual fucking research because not one institution or medical professional calls it a mental illness. Quite literally, the only people that call it a mental illness are people exactly like you that have no education on it. No, seriously, not one individual who actually is educated enough to prescribe or understand mental illnesses call it that. That's medical terminology, and medicine says it isn't.
So here's the deal. If I go out, and of course I can find medical literature that'll support what I say.
Find one piece of medical literature after the year 1976 that calls being gay as a mental illness.
Okay, well, therein lies the thing. So I can find that medical literature even past night, or if even how would you say 1976?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I go out and find it and I bring it back to you, you're gonna say, "Oh, you're gonna name all these other institutions."
It doesn't exist. It literally doesn't exist. Thank you. So the last time that this this societal prejudice within the medical community existed against gay people was in the DSM in 1976, but then they redacted it when they learned that it wasn't mental illness. In the same way that it used to be called a physical illness to be black in America. Did you know that? Did you know that? It seriously used to be prescribed as a physical illness to be born black in America, right? Is that the case? No, not whatever. It's just societal prejudice, working their way into the medical community, but they get worked out because we know that those prejudices are obviously wrong, right?
Well, okay, so you're talking about now you're talking about a prejudice versus, and I'm not, and like I said, I even specifically. I even said it. I don't even say it from a position of hate. You know,
No,
you're telling me.
K5, you are not in a position to call it a mental illness when not one doctor agrees with you. When not one institution that tells us what and what isn't a mental illness disagrees with you or agrees with you.
So,
There's
all
seriously
right,
not
well,
one. There's not one doctor.
you say that like you know it's the truth, but it's
I know
not the
it's the
truth.
truth. Yeah, so
It's
then
not.
name one doctor. Then name one doctor.
I'll go find one for you. I mean, but then you're just going to
Yeah,
shoot
then go
that
find one.
down.
No.
You're
Go
going to
find
shoot
one.
that down.
Seriously. K5, go find
Okay.
one. Go find
All right,
one
man.
institution of medicine or science that calls it a mental illness.
Okay. Fair enough.
Fair enough. Have a good one, man.
You too, man.
I can't kick him. Oh, there it goes. Just for the record, not one institution of medicine or science deems it a mental illness. Like, I've done, like, way too much fucking research on it. There fortunately is not one. Guys, if we're enjoying the debates, make sure we're tippity-tapping away in that phone screen. Let's try to get up to 300,000 likes here. I appreciate that, Corn. Thank you so much. Also, hit that follow button if you have not hit that follow button yet, y'all. Make sure we're tippity-tapping away in that phone screen. Let's get our next guest up in here. There's a preacher in the requests, y'all. Should we let the preacher in? Should we let the preacher in, chat? We're going to go to move on to our next guest here, y'all. WD, I appreciate y'all so very much. Our next guest is loading in. I don't want to hear the preacher. Chat, do y'all want to hear the preacher? Is this something we want to do? I don't know, man. Let's go ahead and get way up in here. Yes, no, yes. All right, we'll give him his time to shine. We'll give him his time to shine here, chat. We're gonna give him like, what about this? Like 2 minutes? Let's give him 2 minutes to try to like tell us why being gay is wrong. We'll give him 2 minutes, chat. What's up, Mr. Preacher? Tell us why being gay is immoral.
David.
Hello, David.
Man, I just I love everybody, and I think that if you bring a little bit more love in the conversation and let people talk back, dude. I mean, I don't understand why you're.
I'm gonna show you some love. I'm gonna let you talk. I won't interrupt you. Tell me why being gay is wrong.
Well, brother, I've been searching out for 30 years. I've been a preacher for over 40 years. And I've been trying to search it. I've been trying to make it right by the scriptures. I've been trying to make it right in the world. And I'm not saying it's wrong. All sin's wrong. And I know you would say that it's not a sin.
Right, exactly.
But do you believe in right and wrong?
I do believe in right and wrong. Now, where in the Christian Bible does it say it's a sin?
Oh, dude, it's all throughout the Bible.
Name one verse.
But sin is right. It says in the word, man should not lay with man, or woman should not lay with a woman. And it goes
right.
back.
Which verse?
It's in the Old and New Testament, brother.
So then name a verse.
I didn't come on here to debate you because I'm not prepared.
Preacher, can you name a verse?
Yeah, let me get my Bible, brother.
I'll name them for you. Leviticus, Genesis, Corinthians, Romans, Timothy.
Wow. So you know your scripture.
I do know my scripture. Which one do you want to talk about first?
Well, let me ask a question. Do you believe in God?
Do I believe in God? Oh, wait. Yo, 1 second. There's another voice up here. I didn't accept you. It's a TikTok glitch. If you could please, like, leave the live. The other voice, not you, preacher. It's a TikTok glitch. I can't hear, like, only I can hear you. No one in the chat can see you. Just, like, please leave. Anyway, so, preacher, do I believe in God? Yeah, appreciate it, brother. Preach. Hello, hi. Yes, I can hear you, but no one else can. Can you please leave the live? It's a TikTok glitch.
But I didn't come on to sling hate, dude. I didn't come on to, but it just sounded like all you're trying to do is push your point of view, and make it right, and you're not wanting to see my point of view.
I want to see your point of view. So
my point of view is we should love each other. We should all love each other and come at this thing together instead of me say you're wrong and you're going to hell, and you say I'm wrong and I'm going to hell.
So here's my take, though. It's not even a sin under Christianity to be gay, though. That's the thing.
Well, there's sinful activity if you're not consummated to a relationship through marriage, that you're not supposed to be in sinful act, in sexual act. So
So, but being
that
gay isn't defined by sexual act. Being gay is defined by same-sex attraction. Not to
right.
mention that it isn't like specified in the Bible that two gay men can't marry one another. So let's just look through the verses where it condemns homosexuality real quick, right?
All right, cool, man.
So first we're going to start off in Leviticus. In
All right.
Leviticus it says that being gay is an abomination. But if you read through the entirety of Leviticus, at the end, it literally says, like God says, like your God says, that the rules in which he outlined were only applicable to the Israelites because of their differences from the Egyptians or the Canaanites, right?
Right.
Because the Egyptians and the Canaanites practiced like ritualistic, like homosexual
Right.
orgies to play to their
Right.
to pray to their God. And this is
Right.
what God was condemning, and it was only directed towards the Israelites. So what are some other verses? So like Genesis, like Sodom and Gomorrah, Genesis 18. Well, in here, God destroyed the city of Sodom, not because of like consensual same-sex relations, but because like Gomorrah quite literally raped and assaulted an angel, and God was really upset about that. But
Right.
not upset about the homosexuality. And then like we move on to Romans, Timothy, Corinthians. So like first of all, when we're looking at Romans, like what we're specifically looking at God condemning is like adulterated practices, such as like male
Right.
prostitution, right? Because in Greek Roman like society, what we saw was like male sex slaves, like unironically. And we
Right.
didn't see consensual same-sex relations. We only saw male sex slaves, and this is what God was condemning, right? So then Corinthians, well, the original language of the text uses the word arseniokai, and at its most literal translation, this does not mean man on man; it means man bed, right? So like we can infer that this again is just condemning like more adultery that was perceived in Greek Roman culture, right? And yeah, it's about it, man. Like talk
Well,
to
what
a
made
historian.
you steer away from God? Because you sound like you were a believer at one time.
I was. I'm a confirmed Catholic, like technically still. I technically
Oh, so
still
you're a
am.
believer.
No, I'm not. Like I'm technically a confirmed Catholic, but I don't believe in God.
What made you stop? Because your beliefs in science and all that?
No, because I don't think like there exists really any rationale for the existence of a God. You know what I mean?
So you
Like I,
think we just came up from a dust and that's it? There's no creation. There's
well, it's
no.
not even like that. So like even if I accept the notion that there is a creator, like like there's been like over 1 million religions that like truly believe that their version of this creator was correct, right? So
Right.
like this notion that we must have came from somewhere or something like a god is used by like so many different little groups, and they all
But there's
think that
only
they have it
one
right.
God that took our debt in our
Right, but like
place.
that's exactly what any believer of any other religion is gonna say.
There's only one that actually did it.
Yeah, and like a follower of Islam will say that theirs actually did it. The follower of the Norse gods will say that theirs actually did it. Like a follower of like the Greek gods or like the Mayan gods, the Aztec gods, the Hindu gods. I could go all day. You know what I mean, man?
So you're saying I'm wrong to have faith.
But
You
I'm
want
just
me to
saying
say you're right for being gay, but you want
I'm
me
not
to
gay.
say you want to say, huh?
I'm not gay. I'm straight.
Okay, but you want me to say gay's right, but but you're calling down my faith. You're saying I'm
Well,
wrong for being a man of faith.
I'm not like I don't have faith in the idea that being gay isn't wrong. Like I have like logical reasoning to believe that being gay isn't
I have
wrong.
logical reasoning to believe in God. I've had my own physical experiences with a real God that has came to me himself.
Have you seen
And
him?
I've had experiences, huh?
Have you seen him?
Oh, yes, sir.
What does he look like?
Oh, well, at the time, it was more of true light and beauty, and I couldn't, it was incredible.
Um,
It was a moment in meditation, and what a lot of people, I guess, would say the third eye, but it
okay.
was an actual,
Thank you for the
you
heartbeat
know,
solo.
yeah.
So, what do you feel about like other people from other religions saying the same thing?
I don't discount it. I don't call them down or say that they're wrong. I will try to talk to them because I think, man, Muslims, they pray 7 times a day to the
But they
east.
pray to a different God seven
They
times a day.
pray to Allah, which is God to them.
Right, but it's gonna be a different God, right?
Well, I mean, if you want to be critical, I mean, but if in love with other people and you love people that God commands us to do, or I mean, moral. To be moral, we should love
Yeah,
each other.
Islam like doesn't really tell people. It doesn't really tell their followers to love, though, right? Because like in the
No.
Quran, like we could reference verses where like they say it's okay or we should like unalive non-believers, or
Well, yeah,
slavery is
I
okay,
agree, and
or like
I
the
don't
fact that
think
we should give
that's
lashes for fornication or cut off
right.
people's hands if they steal, or the fact that Prophet Muhammad married a 6-year-old and then consummated the marriage when she was 9.
Right.
Man, it's like
Right. I mean, that's
you
why I
know,
don't follow that belief. But I'm not,
yeah,
unless and I mean, it seems like you've pretty much, you've learned all, I mean, dude, how old are you? Like, in
I'm 19.
you're 19.
Yeah,
Bless you, brother. You've got a lot of knowledge. You've
thank you, man.
studied, you've studied very deep in a lot of things, and I didn't really come on to debate you. I came on to say I love you and keep up the good fight. But and
Well,
and,
honestly,
and I've really uh, throughout my walk, I'm a conservative, I guess you would say, but I love people first, if that makes sense.
yeah, you're a good man. I mean, I will say, like you're a good guy. I like
And
straight
I'm
up.
not. I'm glad you kind of saw that. Not all of us are going to come on and beat you over the head. We're
Yeah.
all going down this path together, and we're all trying to search to love people, or we should. And not a lot of people are doing that in this world today.
I agree.
I'm dealing with stage 4 cancer, brother, and so
Oh
it's made
man.
a lot of thing. It's made a lot of things very real to me, and I was already searching out. Uh, uh, and one thing I would, it's just like what really bothers me about a lot of my liberal friends, and we're dear friends because just like you say, I'm a good guy. I can be, I don't change my beliefs for folks, but I can be around other people that believe differently, and they love me. But I had a guy tell me back, and this has been 15 years in my denomination. We were at an annual conference, and he said, "Well, David, this is nothing. We should go ahead and let gays in the pulpit. It's no big deal, because in 4 or 5 years we'll be letting pedophiles." And I'm like, see, here's the problem within not the Methodist Church, excuse me, but within the church. When we start allowing anything above what we're trying to accomplish, which is the cross and Christ and His love, right? When we let anything come above that standard, then I believe it's wrong. Does that make sense? I
You should
mean,
probably let gay people be, like prettier God, right?
I believe that. Yes, I don't. I believe if I'm probably going back into the church and be a preacher of a small church in just a few weeks, and I'm really thinking about brother, if somebody came and they were gay, I'd let them worship. I would let them, and I wouldn't dog them. I'd want to walk with them, and not show
Well,
them they're wrong,
yeah,
but
man.
I'd want
Well,
to walk with them and show them the love of Christ.
honestly, man, I appreciate you for coming up here. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next debate.
Cool.
It was a pleasant conversation. If I could like give you one key takeaway, it would
Yeah.
be to critically examine the text of the Bible. Like seriously, like actually, like look through,
Sure.
like Greek Roman, like lexicon, and look at like their
Right.
laws and like conference to like how consent was distributed. Like consent
Right.
didn't exist in like the time of like the Greek Roman culture, right? And like where I'm going with this was like when we saw homosexuality in Greek Roman culture, it was sex slaves. So when we
Right.
look at the verses in the Bible, God was condemning sex slaves, right?
Right. Right.
And this is like, if you read the lexicon, you will know like this is the case.
Right.
Not consensual same-sex relationships, but man,
Right.
I appreciate you for coming up here, man. I hope you have a good
Man,
one.
God bless you, and I'll be praying for you, dude. Okay.
Have a good one.
Take care.
Decent guy. He was a good guy. He was a good guy. A little bit like I feel like with a little bit of like open-minded education, on the original text of the Bible, he could go to very good places. He could go to extremely good places. We're gonna go ahead and move on to our next guest now. Maybe this won't be as good of a guy.
How you doing?
What's up, man? Do you think it's gonna be like wrong or moral to be gay?
Well, no. You couldn't be what you want to be.
Yep. Unfortunately, I'm only talking opposition, but I do appreciate you for coming up here. I know that guy has me in a good mood. That guy had me in a really good mood. Moving on to our next guest here. And this guy's not connecting. Thank you so much for those roses. All right, let's go ahead and see what Brandon has to say here, chat. Of course, David. I'm going to follow you back. What's up, Brandon? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Yeah, it's wrong.
Okay, why?
Because you like penis.
Mr. Orange, thank you. What's up?
I said, if you're a guy, are you meant to like penis? Like, I didn't get it.
I mean, gay men are.
That's pretty gay. Pretty
Right,
right.
so-
In my eyes, it's wrong.
Right, so why? Give me your reasoning.
I just said a reasoning.
No, you didn't.
You like dick.
Right, and why is that wrong?
Why is that right?
Yeah, so something doesn't have to be right for it to not be wrong.
Do you think that's right?
Yeah, so I think that it's going to be like amoral. It just is, right? So why is it wrong? Silence? Someone in the chat says 1.4 GPA activities. Apparently me just saying that it isn't right, it just is. Just like, shut him up. Anyways, I guess we're going to go ahead and move on to our next guest. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and see what Fly with Brian has to say here, chat. Before joining the debates, make sure we're tippity-tapping away on that phone screen. Let's see if we could get to 500,000 likes, guys. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Yeah, Manning is actually wrong. Do you believe in God?
No. Why do you think it's wrong?
Well, men and women were created to be
I have an
together.
idea. Can you hop back in the guest requests? I want to get like one non-religious argument, just because I just talked to a preacher for about 15 minutes. Do you want to hop in the guest requests so then I could get, hopefully like a secular argument?
All right, go ahead.
I appreciate you, man. Seriously, hop back in those guest requests because I will talk to you. I want like one non-religious argument. Then we could go back to that. No, that's fine. Like, we could do the God talk. But let's try to get a secular argument. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay? All right, he did not load in here. Well, he did, but then he left. Let's go ahead and see what Lucas has to say here, chat. I'm feeling calm. After a preacher. Yeah, he seriously put me in a good mood. What's up, Lucas? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Yes.
Why?
Why do you think it's right?
I think it's amoral. It just simply is. So tell me why you think it's wrong.
Because I think it's wrong.
Yeah, so you think it's wrong because you think it's wrong. That's like
Yes.
room temperature
Because
IQ.
that's the question though.
Right, Lucas, why do you think it's wrong? Use your brain.
Because it's wrong. Wrong and right is
How do you know it's wrong?
opinion-based. It's an
How do you know?
opinion-based
How do you?
question.
Yeah. So what is the reasoning for having this opinion? How is it wrong?
You're asking a loaded question here, and you know you are.
No, I'm asking you why you think that being homosexual is immoral.
You're asking an opinion-based question.
Yes, I
And
am asking an
you're saying
opinion-based
whatever
question.
opposite
So
opinion
give
is.
me your reasoning for having this opinion.
What's your reasoning that you think is right? Tell me that.
Yeah, sure. So I think it's amoral. I think it is because I don't think that there's going to exist any like moral ramifications or implications of like attraction of same sex or opposite sex, right? So now give me your reasoning. Why do you think it's wrong?
Say that again.
Give me your reasoning. Why do you think it's wrong?
No, say what you just said again about it.
I don't think that there's going to be any moral implications or ramifications of attraction of same sex or opposite sex, right? So now give me your reasoning. Why do you think it's wrong?
Well, I think that's wrong.
Thank you for the coral. Thank you so much. What's up?
I think that's wrong
Okay, why?
because I think it's wrong.
Yeah, why do you think it's wrong?
Okay, I'm not coming up here to bait you because I don't know all this shit. But what I'm saying
You
is,
don't know shit. Like you're like
Oh, shut up,
Kelvin,
shut up
like
for a
room
sec,
temperature
bro.
IQ.
Shut up for a second.
Kelvin room temperature IQ, like unironically.
Okay. You're coming up here asking a loaded ass question. You're saying the opposite fucking thing. Whatever anybody says, they say something about God. You say God ain't real. Like you know what you're fucking doing.
I'm debating.
Yeah, you're debating on a loaded question
How is this loaded? I'm just asking you why you think it's wrong to be gay.
because you say the opposite shit.
No, I just refute the shit
You
with
say
facts,
the
science, and
opposite
logic.
shit, and you know it.
Yeah, so Lucas, give me your argument as to why it's wrong to be gay, so I can refute it with facts,
Given
science, and logic.
multiple times, I think it's wrong.
Okay,
I think
Lucas,
it's immoral.
I'm going to spell this out to you so easily, right? So when we have a belief, such as it's like wrong or immoral for
Why
like,
you
to be
muted me,
gay,
bro?
yeah, because I'm talking, right? So when we have beliefs, we have to
I
have
won't
reason
talk.
as to why we believe in them, right? So, like, I want to know what your reasoning is as to why you think it's wrong and immoral to be gay. Because when you just say, like, oh, I just think it's wrong because it's wrong, or you can't articulate actual reason as to why you think it's wrong, you just sound like you don't have a brain. Like, simply put, you just sound like you don't have a brain. I'll give you an example of what I mean. So, like, what's something that I think is wrong? Like, I think P3diophilia is wrong. And if you asked me why I think P3diophilia is wrong, I wouldn't just say, oh, it's wrong because it's wrong. I would say, well, my reasoning for thinking that it is wrong is because P3diophilia leads to rights violations, like non-consensual intercourse, which is inherently wrong due to, like, harm and suffering caused by that, and, just like lifelong trauma, etc. And this is my reasoning for thinking that it's wrong. So now give me your reasoning for thinking that homosexuality is wrong.
Because I think it's wrong.
Yeah, so, but remember how I just articulated my reasoning to you as
Isn't
to
there
why I
a
thought
high
P3diophilia
suicide
was
rate
wrong?
with gays?
So the suicide rate for any individual is going to remain around, like, I don't know, what is it? Like 5%, right? So then when we look at homosexuals, Lito, appreciate that hat mustache, they're actually going to have a lower suicide rate than white men.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Show me a source on that.
Yeah, dude, fucking look it up. Like, seriously, look it up.
Show me the
Like,
source.
like what? Yeah,
You
no.
just
So
said-
I'm telling
you
you,
said you
yeah.
never
So
said.
like the Federal Bureau of Crime Statistics, because this is like reported as a crime. Like, seriously,
Okay.
like white men are
So
like
show me.
at the highest. No, dude, I'm telling you the source. The Federal Bureau for Crime Statistics, suicide rates.
Yeah, I'm not
white
going to
men
look it
are
up
the
on this
highest.
live, so show me.
Jesus, guys. All right. Well, I tried to work with Lucas there. It didn't work. I tried to explain it to him. I tried to explain to him how he was wrong, or like how to give justification. It didn't work. Appreciate those GGs.
What's that?
Yeah, Dylan was indeed a genius.
So
Dylan was a genius.
I am actually gay, and I'm going to tell you why I think that people who say it's wrong and then get on there and like say things can affect other people, because I came from a super homophobic family and it affected me a lot.
Right,
Like,
Lucas.
a lot.
It does affect, and I'm like I'm actively trying to counteract that. Unfortunately, I'm only talking to people that think it's wrong or moral to be gay. But Dylan, I do appreciate you for coming up.
Yeah, I just want to say like him
I appreciate you, Dylan. I'm sorry, Dylan. I'm only talking to disagreeers. I'm sorry. I do apologize. We're just only talking to individuals who do disagree. Let's go ahead and get our next guest up in here, y'all. Let's go ahead and get our next guest up in here. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Hello? Could you hear me?
I can. Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
I think it's wrong.
Okay, why?
I don't really know how to explain it because,
Oh my God.
what do you mean, oh my God? Like,
Explain it. He left. He left. Oh, Jesus, guys. We're having a rough night with these guys. I'm not going to lie. We're having a rough night with these guys. Thank you for that. Oh, that was for him. What's up, man? Why do you think it's wrong to be gay?
Yo, man.
Yo, why do you think it's wrong to be gay? Thank you for the
Give
donut.
me a sec. Give me a sec, bro. Add someone else up. Add someone else up.
All right, man. Appreciate you for coming up, Steph. All right, man. Let's go ahead and move on to our next guest here. Make sure if we're in the request that we do think it is going to be wrong or moral to be gay. We're just looking for some debates, guys. We're just looking for some debates here, chat. Let's go ahead and see what Brandon has to say. Also, guys, if you haven't hit that follow button yet, make sure to hit that shit. We're closing in on 100,000 followers, so
can you hear
seriously
me?
consider hitting that follow button. Sure can, Brandon. Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Yeah, you had him before. I don't know what happened, but I've got a couple reasons why I think it's wrong.
Yeah, tell me.
Number one, if you ever think about having any other man next to your ass, something not right in your head. Number two.
Yeah, how do you know that to be the case?
Sorry?
Yeah, how do you know that something's not right in their head?
Because you're not born like that.
Well, they quite literally are born like that, and that's what the science shows. So the Netherlands Institute for Brain
then
Research, in
something's also
conjunction
not-
with the Center for
something's
Neurodoctrine Studies at the University of Pittsburgh in Massachusetts,
Yeah,
and the
alright,
Center for
bro.
Neurochronology at the
Alright,
UCLA, like show that like gay men are born gay because of their genomes.
Yo,
Here's a
you're a
study.
lo-
Here's
are-
a study.
hold on, are you
Gay
gay?
men are born gay because of the size of
Are
their
you
anterior
gay?
commission. Here's a study.
Are you
No,
gay?
I'm straight, Lucas. Calm down.
I'm not Lucas,
Brandon.
but alright.
Yeah, calm down, Brandon.
Are you gay, yes or no?
I'm straight.
You're straight.
Right.
I don't think you are.
Okay. Yeah, I don't care what you believe. But I do care about why you believe
Oh,
that
you
being gay
don't
is
care
wrong.
now. Mate, you don't know what you're saying, mate.
Yeah, right.
Alright,
So,
you've got no
Brandon,
clue.
tell me why you think it's wrong to be gay.
You've got no clue.
Yeah, so tell me why you have a clue by explaining to me how you think it's wrong to be gay. Oh, he just left. Another emotional male. Another emotional male with a fragile ego because Alpha Male Dean just intellectually whipped him to shit. Thank you for those handouts, Persephone. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next guest here. He's so emotional, chat. He's so emotional. Let's go ahead and see what Steven has to say here, chat. Someone in the comments says I'm emotional. Yeah, I'm super emotional right now, if you can't tell. What's up, Steven? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay? Yo, come on, turn your brain on. You have a voice. Use it.
I don't think I know.
Oh, wow. How do you know?
Well, I know because being gay, you cannot reproduce, and that's why we were born. Okay,
Is infertility immoral?
it's everything immoral.
Is infertility immoral? Answer.
No.
Oh! But
Some people are
being
born
gay
infertile.
leads to no reproduction in the same sense that infertility leads to no reproduction.
You have the same
Get
shit to
fucked
say
by the Graph. Graph
every
W
time.
in the chat. Graph
The fact
W
of the matter
in the chat. Graph W in the chat. Let's see
So
that Graph W all fucking day long.
It's funny how you always talk over everybody.
What's your response, Steven?
You won't let them say. You want them to come on here and say, but you won't let them say. So
I'm gonna let you say.
the fact. Okay, here's another fact. Okay,
What's the
it's
fact?
more chance of homosexuals to molest children in this country.
What's your source? Fox News?
Check it out,
Are
dude.
you? Yeah, what's
Google
your source?
it, as you tell everybody. Google it. Look it up.
Yeah, what am I Googling?
It's scientific.
Yeah, so what's the source for the scientific fact? Allison, thank you for the $5.
Homosexual rapists.
Is there a higher chance for a homosexual to R-word someone than a heterosexual individual? Let's see here. Let's see what the internet has to say today. So the internet has to say that there's no evidence or scientific basis to suggest that a person's sexual orientation, whether homosexual or heterosexual, has any bearing on their likelihood
Put
of
it on
committing
your
sexual
screen.
assault or rape.
Put it on the screen for us to read it.
No. Dude, if you look it up, you'll get the same result.
Come on, you throw everything else up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because they're saved in my camera roll.
That's what I thought. See, so the fact is,
Bro, wait,
homosexuals
go look it up. Wait,
the same-sex
wait,
child.
no, go look it up. Wait,
Trans,
no, go literally go look it up. Literally go look it up. Unfortunately, go look it up.
You throw it on your back screen like you always do, your green screen. Throw it up there.
Bro, I don't
You
have a
always do
picture of it
everything
on my
else.
camera roll.
Your facts.
I'm not gonna pause and go look at unfortunately go look it up, right? Oh wait, no, Ivan, no, wait, no, let's do it. You know who's at like the highest likelihood to like domestically abuse with someone? White men, as reported by the FBI crime statistics. So therefore, is it like wrong to be white because of that? Or about who's like most likely to commit like child abuse, animal abuse, like kidnapping, arson, etc.? Yeah, men again. So is it wrong to be a man? Like,
Look,
holy shit! Like, who's most likely to
here's
commit
a
like a
fact
school
right
shooting?
here,
No,
okay?
here's a fact.
When
Who's most likely?
Congress is trying to throw out
Steven,
right
who's most likely to commit like a school shooting, like a mass shooting, or like terrorism or extreme like extremism, or like cyberbullying with attacks with threats of violence online or gun related crimes? Straight men. So is it therefore wrong to be straight? Oh, no, it isn't. So that's crazy. So then even this narrative that you're pushing, that like a gay individual is more likely to like commit like rape on someone than a non-gay individual, even though there's like no factual, there's no factual basic that exists for this, this would still not show that it would be wrong to be gay, because then we could just name another data point, such as like, sexual assault or like unrelated violence or like child abuse, animal abuse, school shootings, mass shootings, homicide, etc. And these categories where like they're mostly committed by like straight white men. And that does not mean it's wrong. It's wrong to be a straight white man. It just means that that action is wrong.
Oh, okay. And straight white men are out there molesting children, right? Is that what you're saying?
Straight white men are out there like committing 90% of school shootings, like pretty much all mass shootings,
Okay.
like 85% of homicides.
That might be.
Like
that
child
might be,
abuse,
but,
like domestic abuse.
but
like,
are they
like animal
hurting
abuse.
children? Are they raping
Yeah?
and ruining children for the rest of their life?
Yes.
No, they're not.
So
no,
you
they're
wouldn't
not.
say that? So you wouldn't say that like an elementary school shooting would be hurting children?
That's
Like,
a
you
whole
wouldn't say
different.
that-
That's killing a child. I'm saying ruining a child for the rest of their life by raping them.
Is child abuse hurting a child? Is child abuse hurting
Raping
a child? Wait, no,
is much
Steven.
different than abusing or killing.
Yeah. So, Steven.
And let me
child abuse,
also
now,
say
just
this
listen,
fact.
Steven.
Let me say this fact.
No, I actually have sources to back up what I'm saying.
You guys are now
No, Steven,
trying
I
to
actually
get
have
the
sources to what I'm saying, right? I have sources to what I'm saying. So when I say that straight white men commit vast majority of mass shootings, school shootings, homicide, domestic violence, child abuse, animal abuse, arson, kidnapping, I could go on for days. These are actual fucking these are actual fucking statistics backed by like, crime rates as provided by like our government or like the FBI or the CIA, right? So, like, what I need from you, Steven, is an articulated reason as to why it's wrong to be gay. You probably have, like, a room to back you. I understand that. But give me some real confluent reasoning as to why it's wrong to be gay.
It's absolutely wrong to be gay because you're trying to now convert the government to accept you and transvestites to come into the schools and teach the children it's right. In books and everything else, it's wrong, dude.
Yeah,
it's
why is it
all
wrong? Why is it wrong?
Because you cannot reproduce, and it's not correct psychologically to be fucking another fucking species of the same fucking sex. You fucking faggot motherfucker.
Oh, I'm slurred. He's so mad. He's so mad, Chat. I got a question for you, Steven. Is infertility immoral?
I ain't gonna answer your fucking question, you fucking homo fucking faggot
Steven,
motherfucker.
your IQ is so low.
Go rape some more kids, you fucking fag.
Here's being, oh, you're emotional, man. Oh, I've bruised your ego. So, Steven, let's get this straight. You said that being gay is gonna be wrong because being gay leads to no reproduction. First of all, it does in the form of IVF and surrogacy. And then on another hand, infertility leads to no reproduction in the same society. How about this? How about I mute you, right? I'm gonna mute you because I control this live. I can suppress your speech at a click of a button. You are so pissed. You are so upset. You emotional man with your fragile ego. Know your place. Know not to overtalk fucking Dean motherfucking Withers because Dean fucking Withers is an intellectual that will just wipe the fucking floor with you. So fucking, you can't keep up. You can't keep up. You're on your toes and you can't keep up. Well, try to keep up through this, man. Try to keep up through this. You said that homosexuality is wrong because they can't reproduce. First of all, they can via means of IVF or surrogacy, but you know who else can't reproduce? Individuals who are infertile, right? I bet you're infertile. Your wife definitely is, right? But anyways, this also leads to no reproduction. So, but you're not going to call infertility immoral now, are you? So you honestly just have contradictory logic. And he left. We win another day, chat. We win another day. We win another day. Yo, Dean W's all fucking day long. Make sure to hit that follow button. Hit that follow button if you're enjoying this content. Hit this follow button if you're enjoying just watching me hand out L after L after L to these dogmatic, irrational, willfully ignorant individuals. I appreciate that crown so fucking much. Thank you. We're going to go ahead and move on here to the next guest. Let's go ahead and get our next duck in line here. Let's see what Van has to say, chat. Let's see what Van has to say. I'm just going to continue to let up individuals with the American flag in their name or in their bio, and we're going to continue to debate them. Allison, I appreciate that, Venmo. Thank you so much. Alrighty here. Our next guest is loading up here. Thank you for the sunglasses. Someone in the chat says that Dean has to be humbled. If you think you can humble me, hop in those guest requests because Dean cannot be humbled. Let's go ahead and move on to our next guest. Let's talk to Lil Potato Jr. here, guys. Our next guest is coming in here. Alrighty, guys. Unfortunately, like, no one is loading in. No one's loading in. What's going on? Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
Yes, I do think that being gay is wrong and immoral.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
Okay, why do you think that being gay is wrong?
Because you're a fucking big body bitch. You fucking stink bitch. You think no one can fucking humble your ass? I'm gonna fucking humble you right now. You fucking ugly ass bitch. Look at your fucking crooked ass teeth. Look at your teeth. Show it. Smile right now. You fucking crooked ass teeth. Go get some fucking braces. No, the bottom ones. The bottom ones. You're trying to be funny, right?
Hey, Lil Potato
the bottom
Jr.
teeth. That's what I fucking thought. You fucking big body
Lil
bitch. Stink ass
Potato
fucking right
Jr.
there. Look at your fat bitch. That's what I fucking thought. Show your bottom teeth right now.
Lil
Exactly, you
Potato
want to
Jr.
fucking show it. Your ass fucking humbled right now. You fucking smiling because you know down cooking you up. That's what I fucking thought. Talk about is being gay immoral? If it wasn't immoral, why are you not gay? Why are you not gay? Huh? That's what I fucking thought. Because you know down with that shit is weird. You fucking weirdo. Because you know down with that freaking shit is weird. Actually, you might be gay too. Show your fucking bottom teeth. Show it.
Lil Potato Jr. So
Lil
Potato Jr.
So
he says just said like no, this is my life.
Just like the guy you muted last time. You muted the guy
Right.
last
So
time,
no, Lil
right?
Potato
Talk
Jr.
about
I need
something
you to
won.
listen, right? I need you to
You
listen,
didn't
right?
win.
I need you to
didn't
listen.
win nothing. You muted him. You lost.
Right.
You never let
Wait,
him
I
speak.
lost
You
to
never let
Steven.
nobody speak because you're fucking emotional. You always forget talking over people, yelling at people. You're emotional as hell,
I'm
and
the
you know it
emotional
damn well.
one right now.
Because you wouldn't be yelling over people. How come you're not chill like Parker? Because you know damn well Parker could cook you up too when you're debating with him. Because you know damn he's gonna cook you up and he'll make you cry to your daddy. You fucking ass freaking fat ass freaking steak ass freaking Lana Green. Look at the freaking fat ass African. Look at the freaking fat ass bitch. Get the fuck out right now. You fucking fat bitch. That's what I fucking thought. Exactly. I humbled him now. You fucking big body bitch.
Yeah, so let's talk about this humbling. So you said, I know that being gay isn't moral because I'm not gay, right? So I can't
Is
choose
this
to be
little
gay.
thing still talking?
But you know
Show
what
your
we
bottom
can
teeth.
choose? You know
Show
what
your
we
bottom
can
teeth.
choose? You know what we can choose to do? What we can choose to do is operate in a
You're not.
rational
You're emotional.
fashion.
Look at this emotional man. Look at this
Right.
emotional
So
man.
like emotional man, the only emotion I see is like through fucking you. So you're so fucking mad at the fact that I'm sitting here, you know, like saying or proving or showing that prejudices against gay people are so dumbfounded and they have no like logical or like logically coherent grounding for them, right? So then you come up here, you start fucking rapping off. You start saying the most random shit ever, talking about my style, talking about my smile, talking about my teeth, you know, speaking about 350 words a minute because you're so pressed that I'm absolutely intellectually whipping every single individual that comes into my life. So now this is going to go one of two ways. I want you to put on your fucking big girl pants. I want you to like regain, you know, like some like touch of reality, settle the fuck down and give me a logically coherent and rational position as to why it is wrong to be gay.
African, look at his freaking fat ass crooked ass teeth. Look at his freaking ugly.
It didn't work, guys. All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on here. It didn't work, guys. Let's go to talk to Connor here. Oh my god. Thank you so much for that, Corgi. By the way, guys, if we're enjoying the live stream, make sure we're tippity tapping away in that phone screen. Also, consider hitting the follow button. I'm so close to 100K. I'm so close to 100K. If every single person watching right now hit the follow button, I'd be at 100K. If you hear my voice, just please do it. I'll be at 100,000 followers. Anyways, what's going on, Connor? Do you think it's like wrong or immoral to be gay?
I think it's really wrong.
Okay, why?
Well, I've always believed in the great words in the Bible.
Yeah, where in the Bible does it say it's wrong to be gay? What verse?
Well, in Adam and Eve, there were a man.
Adam and Eve weren't real people, right? So Adam and Eve. So this is Ali. Thank you so much for that money gun. So Adam and Eve were not real people, and this is like concluded by the most like prolific, influential like theologians of your own church. Look at Orion, who is like a very prolific Christian theologian. He says in his work that Adam and Eve is a fictitious like parable. Or look at like St. Augustine in his book City of God. He says it's all just a fucking fiction story. That girl Persephone, thank you so much for the subscriptions. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. W Persephone. We're actually gonna go in sub only chat for a little bit, y'all. We're gonna go in sub only chat for about 30 minutes. So make sure if you're enjoying the stream to, you know, drop that subscription.
So I'm not like too far into that of what you're saying, but I do know I believe in my God, and it's okay if we have different opinions, but I just want to say this, man. A man and another man being together is very wrong.
Yeah, why? Yeah, why? What verse in the Bible condemns homosexuality?
Because a man should find love with a woman.
Yeah,
bro.
so
That's
tell me
how I
what
should
verse
love.
in the Bible condemns homosexuality? Name one.
No, that doesn't
You
matter.
can't name one?
I know
Connor,
one
you
thing.
can't
I know
name
one
one?
thing.
You can't name one? Bro, you're over. Gracie, I appreciate that subscription. Welcome to Sub Only
Can I
Chat.
tell you this?
So, yeah, now, so I'm sitting over here. I'm sitting over here as an atheist, and I could
I got
still
you.
name every single verse where Christians such as yourself think it says it's immoral. Bria, I appreciate that subscription. Leviticus, Genesis, Emily, appreciate that subscription. Leviticus, Genesis, Romans, and Corinthians. Leviticus was only applicable to people that lived a long time ago. Toaster, thank you for the subscription. Genesis, this was a story condemning rape and assault, not consensual same-sex relations. And then Corinthians and Romans are mistranslations and misinterpretations. Boom, get fucked on, kid. Next.
Okay, I'm not that rude. See, I'm being real nice to you.
Zeppo, appreciate that subscription.
I'm just trying to tell you, man. I just don't think it's believable for a guy and another guy to be together.
Yeah, you got to tell me why though. What verse in the Bible condemns homosexuality?
Because
Oh wait,
a
you couldn't
man
name one.
should
Then I
find-
named them all and discredited them all. I mean, why, bro? Come on, use your brain. Why should a man do that? Like you're sitting over here with just like these ingrained homophobic prejudice against gay people with absolutely like no logically coherent grounding for him. Jen, I appreciate
Bro.
this description.
Okay, look, dude. It's not like that. Okay. I just know if I knew and was educated like Ben Shapiro, I could tell you very, very differently.
Hey, bro, but you ain't educated, Connor. Also, we got less than a minute left on the live goal.
I'm
appreciate those
educated.
handouts. Familiar,
I
thank you
just-
for
I
that
just-
subscription.
I'm educated enough
All right,
to
man,
be
all I
able to
hear
women.
is like nothingness. I hear nothing. Persephone, thank you so much for those handouts. We're going to go to move on to the next guest. Kate, thank you so much for that subscription. Destiny, thank you so much for that subscription. Dang, you guys are going crazy. Let's go ahead and get our next guest up in here. Let's go ahead and talk to Dylan here. Noah, thank you for that subscription. You guys are going nutty on the subscriptions right now. Thank you all. And Persephone, thank you. Thank you, of course. Ditz, thank you for that subscription. Icy Pain with a money gun. Oh my God, thank you so much. Love, thank you for that subscription. Jesus Christ, guys. So Dylan, what's going on? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Yes.
Why?
Mainly because, I mean, why would you want another dick in your butt?
Yeah, because they're attracted to dick in their butts. Come on. So why is it wrong? Why is it immoral? Jenna, thank you for this subscription. Thank you for this subscription.
What do you mean, how is that wrong? It's
Yeah,
a
how's
dick.
it immoral? Come on.
You have a dick,
Doc, thank you for the subscription.
right? You were born with
Bro,
a
come
penis.
on. Why is it immoral? Yeah, come on. Why is it immoral, bro?
What do you mean, why is it immoral?
Why
Are
is it
you
immoral?
gay?
Why is it wrong? No, I'm straight. Come
So
on, dude.
why are
Turn your
you up here?
turn your thinking cap on. Use some fucking
You
intellect.
stuttered. You
Exert
stuttered.
quite literally
You stuttered,
any.
buddy. You stuttered.
Oh, I stuttered, right? So turn your thinking cap on. Use quite literally any amount of intellect and show us this intellect by giving us rational, confluent reason as to why it is wrong or moral to be gay. The only thing that you've said so far is, oh, why would you want a dick in your butt? Quite literally because they're attracted to that dumbass. Come on, bro.
Come on, bro.
Give me a reason. Come on.
Anyway, like I said, you're supposed to reproduce.
Yeah, is infertility immoral?
You're gay.
Is infertility immoral? Come on.
You're gay. It's okay if you
That's
are. Deep down,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
okay
So,
if you are.
yeah. So actually, like, come on. Okay, I'm not gay. I'm straight. Now, is infertility immoral?
just
Yes or
saying
no?
it's okay if
Thank
you
you
are.
so much
That's
for
all I'm
that. Thank you so much for the gift. Thank you. Right. So, is infertility immoral? Yes or no? Come on. Stop being such an emotional
All
man
I'm
with a
saying is
fragile
it's
ego.
okay if you
Right.
are.
So, still, Dylan, stop being such an emotional man with a fragile ego. Is infertility immoral? Yes or no? Honestly,
me.
you're just
Don't mute
upset
me.
because you're getting absolutely like intellectually dominated.
Take
by
the
me
dick
right
out
now.
your mouth. Don't mute me.
All right,
though.
so Dylan, Lala, I appreciate that subscription. Stop being emotional. Is it like? Come on, tell me. Is infertility immoral? Yes or no?
Yes.
Oh wow! So you think that every single woman over the age of 55 is going to hell, right? Because every single woman becomes infertile after they go through menopause, and you think that
Yep.
this uncurable, uncontrollable like condition of the human experience is going to be immoral? Zomtic, I appreciate that subscription. Welcome to Sub Only Chat.
Yeah, that is what I think. So you might want to shut
Yeah,
your
so you're just like
goddamn mouth.
willfully irrational, willfully ignorant, Dylan.
That's what I think. So you might want to shut your goddamn mouth.
Yeah, why do you think that? Why do you think that, Dylan?
I just told you why I think that.
Yep. Nope. Tell me your reasoning.
If I tell you your reasoning, you're just gonna keep telling me to make
Yeah.
a
So do you
reason.
think every single woman
what's
that
the
dies
fucking
after
point?
they go? Do you think that every single woman that dies after the age of 55 is going to hell?
Yep.
Yeah. So you're obviously just like, yeah. Thanks for
No,
coming
you're
up,
just
Dylan.
retarded.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Well, first of all, that was a slur, but yes, I'm obviously the slow one. I'm obviously the slow one. Isn't that just so quite blatantly true? I don't know. We're gonna go ahead and talk to our next guest here. Yeah, like guys, if we're gonna come up here, make sure our IQ is at least above like Kelvin room temp. I don't know. It's just an idea, man. What's going on, Jesse? Do you think it's gonna be like wrong or moral to be gay?
No, I honestly don't care if you're gay or not. I just want to.
Unfortunately, I'm only talking opposition, but I do appreciate you for coming up here, brother. Let's go ahead and talk to AJ here, chat. Yeah, don't be like that guy. Don't be like that guy, chat. Come on, don't be like that guy. Car, thank you so much for that subscription. Welcome to Sub Only Chat. By the way, we're on Sub Only Chat. If you want to be in the chat, drop a subscription. It supports me a lot. What's up, AJ? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Yeah, I do think I do think it's wrong. I think
Why?
being gay is based on lust, and I think it
No,
comes.
being gay is actually based upon physicalities of your anatomy, right? So, like, this is shown to be the case by the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research. Lido, thank you so much for that galaxy. And the Center for Neurodoctrine Studies at the University of Pittsburgh, Massachusetts, and the Center for Neurochronology at UCLA. This one goes over how people are gay because of, like, the size of their anterior commissures. And this one goes over how people are gay because of some
So
correlation
that's
with the
lust.
XQ23 chromosome.
So that's
So,
lust.
so this
So
is
that would be lust.
less? Yeah, so,
Yeah, that would be lust.
right, obviously.
So yeah, so it's based on lust because I can understand how people, because I think what it's originated from is people saying that the misconception of like love is the same as lust.
No, so
But
like what I'm quite
with
literally telling you is that it originates from physicalities of our anatomy and our biology, and this is what the science proves. Push, thank you so much for that galaxy. I really appreciate you, right? So like when I say this, I'm not just talking out of my ass. Like I'm quoting institutions of medicine, science, psychology, sociology, and
yeah, and
neurobiology, right?
what you're describing is lust. That's
Wait, so
basically
define
lust is
lust?
basically on physicality. You're just
Yeah,
looking
so
at a person's sight, just looking at them and thinking
appreciate you
that
for that little crown. Oh
I
my god,
want them.
what?
So the gay part is I want to have sex this way. Yeah, that's what they're
No.
basing it on. They're attracted to.
being gay is just like same-sex attraction in the same way that being straight is opposite-sex attraction. What?
But the opposite sex attraction
A gay man is just
because
as capable of
because
lust as a straight man.
okay, so the difference between, obviously you know what the difference between being gay is, but if we strip it back, so the way that a man thinks is, okay, he looks at the physicality of a woman, they have sex, and then reproduce, yeah?
Yeah, and about like
So
5%, like 5% of the time, yeah, 5% of the
so
time. That's what happens. No,
but
that only
that's in our
happens
natural
5% of
genes.
the time.
But that's in
Yep.
our natural genes to have sex, yeah? And that's in everyone, yeah? The reason why it's wrong is because if a man sees a woman and doesn't see a woman as this is my life partner, I want to reproduce and populate
Right.
the earth,
So like yeah. So a gay man
then
is just as like it's just as plausible, or it's just as plausible for a
but
gay
the only
man
difference
to look
is,
at.
and I
I
agree,
appreciate
but
for
the
that
only,
lucid llama. Why do you interrupt me, dude? It's
so
just as
sorry, 'cause
plausible.
I didn't finish my
No, no, no,
finish
no.
my
So
point.
you're not gonna interrupt me, right? So it is not lust, right? So a gay man is just gonna be as capable for like lust is just as like capable of occurring within like a gay relationship as it is within a straight relationship. So like lust in the confines of like just like seeking like sexual like arousal or like gratification or satisfaction out of another individual is just as like possible at occurring within a gay relationship as a straight relationship, right? So like I mean what's your angle here? Do you think that like being gay is going to be wrong because it like precludes to no reproduction? Jared, thank you for
Yeah.
that subscription.
So the reason what I was saying is, so you are right. It's being gay is basically looking at the physicality and enjoying that sex.
No, that's not
But the
true.
difference,
No, there's no
but,
symmetry breaker between
but
like the attractions that you
can
experience
I
for women
finish?
and no, you can't. Why am I
So
not
then
letting
why
you
are we
finish?
having this?
Because
Why are we having a
there's no
conversation and
difference.
I can't
There's
finish
no
my
that just
statement?
because I need to listen because I'm gonna reiterate myself for the third fucking time. There's no difference between the attractions that you feel towards women and the differences that a gay man feels and the differences between like the attraction that a gay man has towards another man. There's no difference except for the fact that you are attracted to women and gay men are attracted to men.
Okay, so what I think you're misunderstanding me. What I'm trying to say is Yeah. So
Thank you for the
if
galaxy.
so, basically, what I'm trying to say is that when a man is having sex with a woman, their main purpose is to reproduce. Even though we enjoy
Obviously
sex,
not. If that's the main, if that's the
even
main
though, let me
purpose,
finish,
then why
please.
does that only
Let me
occur
finish.
5%
Can
of
I
the time?
finish? Can I finish, please? Please. Let me just finish, because I think we're misunderstanding each other. So
Lily, thank you for that
the
subscription.
the the reason why men and women have sex is not just for enjoyment; it's also to reproduce. Do you agree?
Yep, sure. So if I have an infertile
Okay.
girlfriend and I get,
So
if I have an infertile wife and I engage in intercourse with her, is this immoral?
can I just finish my point?
Can you just
And
answer my
I'll just
question though?
can I
Yeah,
finish
if I
this point
have an
first, and then
infertile wife and I engage in intercourse with her, is this immoral?
sorry, can I just finish? Can I just finish my point, and it will tie
Yeah,
into
sure.
what you're asking me?
Finish
Yeah,
your
is that all
your
right?
point.
So, so the main purpose is reproduction. We have to love sex. We have to like sex so we can repopulate the earth. Yeah, there's a cycle. If a person's infertile, yeah, that's not their fault. Oh
my god!
It's not their fault if they're infertile.
So being gay leads to no reproduction, just as infertility leads to no reproduction. So you just said that, like, if I engage in intercourse with my infertile wife, this would not be immoral, irregardless of the fact that this leads to no reproduction.
Incorrect.
Right?
Incorrect. There's two different arguments here, because what I'm saying is that
Beth, I appreciate the
one's a
subscription.
choice and one's not a choice.
So being gay is not a choice.
So if you're a straight man, how do you know it's not a choice?
Yeah, sure, because being gay is dependent upon physicalities of the brain and their genome, and this is proven by science. And then we could also, like, deduce this down by the fact that there's 3,000 animal species that do not have, like, consciousness in the same sense that we do, that cannot make choices, right? Yet they are gay. And then we can also deduce this down from this following line of questions. AJ, can you choose to be sexually aroused by me right now?
Let me have a think. Okay, I'm not, but if I wanted to be,
yeah, can you choose to want to be?
I'm not attracted to men, so
yeah. AJ, can you choose to be sexually aroused by me right now?
I don't.
No, you can't.
Well, the thing is, what you're asking me is backwards, because
no, AJ, can you choose? AJ, stop. It's yes or no question. I need an answer to my question. No, AJ, I need an answer to my question. Yes or no, can you choose to be sexually aroused by me right now?
I can't, no.
So therefore, being gay isn't a choice because you can't choose to be gay. And this is also backed by the science that says in order to be gay, you must have, like, a larger interior commissure and differing physicalities of the AI NH3 subsection of the hypothalamus, different, like, densities of, like, gray mass in the putamen, and, like, a variation of, like, your genetic code as we see in the XQ23 chromosome.
So do you think that's caused by the environment that a person's in, or do you think it's
caused
actual...
by how they develop within womb?
Okay.
In utero. Uterine development is what, like, would cause someone's sexual orientation, because this is when those physicalities of the brain and their genome develop.
No.
Oh yeah, so like no, that's just what the science says. That's just what the science says, bro. Like, let's look at the articles. Here's an article. Here's an article that goes over the genome-wide association study of male sexual orientation. Here's another one that goes over the same thing, and what they concluded is that being gay has correlation to the XQ23 chromosome, and this is not apparent within straight men. Or here's another one that shows that, like, gay men have a larger interior commissure than, like, non-gay men, right? So this is hard fucking science. You cannot refute this. Jam, I appreciate that subscription. Not to mention that, like, pretty much every single institution of medicine and science agrees that being gay, like, happens naturally and is not a choice. Institutions such as the World Health Organization, the American Psychiatric Association, the American Medical Association, the Endocrine Society, the British Psychological Society, the Royal College of Psychiatrics, the Canadian Psychological Association, the Australian Psychological Society, the European Society for Sexual Medicine. I appreciate that. A mustache. The American Academy of Pediatrics, the American College of Physicians, the American Academy of Family Physicians, the American Counseling Association, the American Public Health Association, the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research, and the Center for Neurochronology at the University of UCLA, and the Center for, like, Neuro Research at the University of Pittsburgh, Massachusetts.
Okay. That's very impressive that you've listed all those. I'm just coming to the debate, yeah? If we just strip all of that back, let's look at the logic. So we go back to men liking men, women liking women. Yeah, the benefits of heterosexual relationships is that we get to populate the earth. Yeah. Also, the way that
Damien, thank you for that subscription.
The way that men think and women think is the dynamics in a family relationship as well.
If we just ignore the science, stop yapping.
No. I'm just saying no because
bro,
I
RJ, you're just yapping to yap, bro. I'm AJ.
Why to back the reason why their research is invalid, but I haven't got it.
Wait. Then what is this?
I have no idea. It says 1992.
It's science to back the
August
idea that
3rd.
being gay is not a choice. What about this? Or what about this?
Okay, I can't see the writing. I can't see the writing. But if I had I guarantee you there's more research on how that is not true, that people are born gay, then
Sophia, I appreciate
that people are men born heterosexual.
So then give me one institution of science, bro. AJ, AL, thank you for that subscription.
There's
yeah, then give me
more
one piece of
research
it.
about people not
so
being.
Then give me one piece of it. Give me one institution.
I have. Do you know what? Honestly, at this moment,
AJ, no. This is like idiotic. No. I'm gonna explain to you why this is idiotic. Because you're sitting here telling me that being gay is not a choice when A, you couldn't choose to be gay and you self-admitted this. B, all of the science disagrees with you. In fact, there's not one institution that does agree with you. And C, 3,000 other animal species in the wild we observe homosexuality within, and they cannot make choices.
That doesn't make any sense.
Fundamental three facts together. No, stop talking. Stop talking. I'm talking. You take these three things, you put them together, and we have an extremely strong argument as to why it is like not a choice to be gay. And I'm like so done and fed up with like people like you just coming up here and yapping. Thank you for that mic check. So I need to have some like confluent position from you. I either need you to present me with scientific evidence, academic studies, or at least one institution of science or medicine that does say it's a choice to be gay. I need you to change your mind on the fact that you couldn't choose to be gay, or I need you to show me that these animals in the wild are indeed making the conscious decision to be gay. I'm so fucking fed up with people just like you coming up here and just saying, oh, I just reject it all. It's still a choice. But then not actually having any reason to hold this opinion, having zero justification for it. You just say it is. And then when I say it isn't a choice and I give you so much evidence to support that, you just say, oh, it's all fake. Like, bro, either like just leave or give me evidence. Just give up or give me evidence.
Do you know what the funniest thing is? You know the thing that you just showed me? I couldn't even read the full extent of it. And it looks like something that's pulled off Wikipedia. It doesn't look like an official...
Bro, that's a study from the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research published on the National Institute for Health's website and PubMed. That's not Wikipedia. These are like a collective of thousands of professionals with 12 to 20 years in their respective schoolings doing unbiased means of scientific observation and experimentation. Come on, use your brain.
Do you know what? The funny thing is? You're saying use your brain. If this is what I'm trying to tell you. You've pulled up something that, one, I couldn't read properly. Two, you said it's only from the only National Institute of the Netherlands. Okay.
Bro, I gave you 15 institutions. The WHO, the APA, the AMA, the ES, the WPATH, the BPS, the RCP, the CPA, the APS, the ESSM, the AAP, the HCP, the AFP, the ACA, the APHA. There's fucking 15. Do you want more?
No, that's okay. That's okay. As I said before, you've got the proof. You've gone online. Okay. I've just come on this bit. I'm thinking, well, if you think about it logically, like, you know it's wrong to murder. Yeah? Do you think someone's born as a murderer?
irregardless of if they are or aren't, it does not matter because this results in the unaliving of another. This results in harm, suffering, pain, and rights violation. Jen, I appreciate that glowy fish. And Angela, thank you so much for that subscription. Not to mention that I just gave you an actual articulated reason as to why it's wrong to murder. And now, like, following from this, there's
I'm
no
not giving you a
scientific
reason why
observation
it's
or
wrong.
research to no. Now, following from this, there's no scientific observation or research to denote that individuals who do murder have specific physicalities of their anatomy that differ from those who don't. Not to mention that now you're comparing murder to love, which is insane.
We haven't, no. I'm actually comparing nature to nurture. So that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and
Because,
I'm dude.
and then when I go
give
back,
me
sorry,
evidence,
if I
dude.
can,
Fucking
if I
no.
can speak,
AJ, give up or give me
if I can
evidence.
speak,
Give
if I
up
can
or give
speak,
me
because
evidence.
look,
Give up or give me evidence.
if we
Use
look
your
at it,
brain,
if we
bro.
look at it, no, if we, because even a child
Thank
can
you, Jam.
understand.
Thank you so much.
Even a child can understand because the very fact that it's just that people are now, there's not hard evidence. These are just theories that you're just
No.
quoting.
That's not a
These,
theory. That's not a theory. No, it is
yes, it
hard.
is. It is the.
No, bro. Define theory. That's not what a theory is. A theory is when we like have some sort of justification to believe that something like to believe a proposition like could possibly occur. No, we observe this proposition occurring. We denote it occurring. It is categorically not a theory. Use your brain.
It's not a fact.
No,
Are
it
you
is.
saying it's a
No,
fact?
the fact, bro. Yes, this is scientific fact. We observe differing dendritic densities, neuronic substructure, level of neurohormones, density of neurons. We observe larger interior commissures, and we observe like noticeable differences within the genome of gay men compared to straight men, and this is scientific fact, bro. AJ, last time, use your brain and give me some type of evidence to support this notion that being gay is a choice when you yourself said that you couldn't choose to be gay. And then you also went on a tangent on how it's not nature, it's
No,
nurture.
because what
Then why
you're
the hell
doing
did we
is
do no?
interrupting.
Then if it's not nature and it's nurture, then why the hell do we observe homosexuality in over 3,000 species in nature? In nature, we see homosexuality in over 3,000 animal species. If that's not nature, I don't know what nature is, dude.
Mate, you know it's wrong. You know it's wrong. And
Don't gaslight me and prove to me that it's wrong. What is your reasoning as to why it's wrong?
given with it, even without touching the
No,
science.
so now, like, all right,
even
AJ. So now you're
sorry,
dying on the hill. So now this is the hill you're dying on. For like your only rebuttal is that I know it's wrong. The only way for you to like hold this belief to be true and like is attempting to gaslight me into thinking that I know it's wrong. Bro, are you kidding me? No, bro. Like, unironically, get off my life. Like, unironically, I'm moving on to the next guest. That's crazy. Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, that's your only response is I know it's wrong. Oh, yeah, I'm moving on to the next guest. Like, seriously, like, Kelvin roomed him like you. Like, dude, I don't fucking know, man. Like, that actually, like, upsets me. That, like, unironically upsets me. Like, that's just absurd, man. By the way, this is going to be one of our last guests of the night.
Hello.
It's going to be one of our last guests of the night here. I got to head off here soon so I could start doing, like, some studying for a presentation I have to do tomorrow. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Yes, but let's have like a respectable and like good conversation about it, yeah?
Right, yeah. So
Yeah.
if you show intellect, I'll be respectful. Absolutely. So why is it wrong to be gay?
Look, for me personally, like I'm a very religious man, you know? And like in the Bible, in the Quran, in like all of the holy
Jam,
books,
thank you for that galaxy. Thank you so much, Jam.
in all of the holy books, it shows that being gay is not okay. Like it's written specifically inside the books, and like for me personally, praying and like staying on the path of my deen, it helps me become a better person.
Yeah. So I have a question.
Yes.
So the Quran says that slavery is okay. It says that cutting people's hands off for stealing is okay. It says that like lashes for fornication is okay. It says that like brutally unaliving non-believers is okay. And then like the cherry on top is that Prophet Muhammad married 6-year-old Aisha and then consummated the marriage when she was 9. So if it seems like that seems weird that it's gonna deem like homosexuality is not okay, but then like slavery is okay, or like P3D as okay. Like that's
Let me explain this to you, my brother. At the time of Muhammad, there was there wasn't any rules before Muhammad came, and there was a lot of impure people living in this time, in this era. The Quran didn't all come at the same time. It didn't all come at the same time, because if the Quran came at the same time, then people would look at all of these rules and they wouldn't come to the religion. In Islam, we believe that the deen is usr, not yusr. So basically, we say it's a saying like our religion is meant to be easy for us. So when the religion first came upon the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
How does this address any of my points about the Quran saying slavery is okay, or like Muhammad being a P3DO?
Because if the Quran came out with all of these rules in the beginning, nobody would have listened to Muhammad. They would have just laughed at him.
What?
And they did laugh at him.
Wait, what does any of this have to do with being like slavery is okay? No, it says in chapter 90 of the Quran that slavery is fine. Thank you for the hand arts.
I'm very aware that it says slavery it was okay at that time.
No, Lito, I appreciate that message.
No,
I don't think that it was ever okay. I don't think that it was okay at any time. And like, I do think that it is okay at that time for like Muhammad to like sleep with a 9-year-old, like a 40 to 50-year-old man like sleeping with a 9-year-old. Was that okay? Was that ever okay? Was that ever moral, or was that immoral?
Do you think that the Quran was all released in 1 year?
Bro, Ahmed, answer my question. Was it immoral?
My question.
No. I will absolutely. I will answer your question. No.
Yeah.
The thing is like, don't answer my question with a question. Was it okay for Muhammad to sleep with 9-year-old Aisha?
You are so incompetent, man. Do you think
I'm incompetent, bro? Answer my question. Was that okay or not okay?
Answer my question,
bro. Ahmed. So here's the thing. I asked you a question, and I expect an answer to said question. If you have questions for me, we can talk about that after you answer mine. Absolutely. Now, please, give me an answer. Was Prophet Muhammad sleeping with 9-year-old Aisha, ever okay?
Can I talk now?
Answer the question.
Okay. I don't know where you're getting your resources from, man.
Wait, no. When we're talking about the age of Aisha, no, we could talk about like different historians, or like even consensus upon just upon the religion, right? Look at the Quran, bro.
Aisha is not 9 years old, bro.
How old was she?
I think she was like 19.
Yeah, no. Not the funny thing is quite literally at the most extreme. So like the evangelicals of like the Islam religion, they like want to try to push the narrative that he wasn't a P3DO, will say that she was 17. At most, at max. That is like the latest. Gabriella, thank you for that subscription. And user, thank you for the subscription. Gabriella, thank you for that galaxy. At the latest, people will say that she was 17. But like the general consensus is that she was 9.
Okay. Well, everybody has their own beliefs, but it was very normal back then to get married young. You know?
Yeah. So, what was it wrong? Are you like are you just saying that P3DO philia was okay? Sleeping with 9-year-olds is okay? No, sleeping with 9-year-olds was never okay. And I hate that you're just being an apologist to this fact.
Bro, you have read the Quran, right?
Bro, you know what else has been normal? Yes, slavery was normal in the U.S. From like the year 1800 until like the middle, like the 19th century. Did this mean that it was okay? No. I mean, like, the condemnation and persecution of Jews in Germany in the 1930s through 40s was pretty normal. Does that mean that it's okay? No. And the fact that P3 was normal during the time of Muhammad, thank you so much, DH, for that subscription, doesn't make it okay. So was that moral for him to sleep with a 9-year-old, yes or no?
Listen, let me just explain this to you, because I don't think you understand the thing about slavery. Like, like, how do I explain this? Like, it's only if you know Arabic,
bro. So you're just being apologist to like P3 and slavery right now. Thank you so much for that subscription.
No, I'm not saying.
I think it's so funny how you'll like defend P3 and slavery, but then when it comes to like consensual same-sex love, you're like, oh, terrible, bro. Like, come on.
Is it Adam and Eve or Adam and Steve?
Yeah, Adam and Steve didn't exist. Neither did Adam and Eve. But you don't even believe in the Christian religion. But if you did, you would know that Orion, one of the most prolific. Yeah, if you did believe in the Christian religion, then you would also believe that Orion, who's one of the most prolific and influential Christian theologians of all time, said that it was just a completely fictitious parable that never occurred. Gabriella, I appreciate that subscription. Welcome to Spellney Chat.
Listen, I believe that Christianity. Look, Islam is like the true religion, but I believe that the Bible did come down. But the reason why I don't believe in the Bible is because the Bible came 400 years after. Like, the language was translated late. And there's
so they're two different religions, because like Christianity, like they're not like apologists to like P3 or slavery. Thank you for the hand arts. Thank you so much, Persephone.
The thing is, Jesus is Muslim, bro.
Yeah, Jesus was not Muslim.
He was, and he didn't die on the cross. A recent study just came out that Abraham wrote that some other guy died on the
Bro,
cross.
I'm not even Christian. So you're arguing against thin fucking air right now. So what I'm more so concerned about is the fact that you said that being gay is not okay, but
It isn't.
slavery was okay, pedophilia was okay, cutting people's hands off is okay. Who fucking knows? Like that's crazy.
The Quran isn't just rules; it's also a story, bro.
Yeah. So how do you feel about these rules? Was slavery ever okay?
Listen, can you let me talk just 1 second, just so I can explain to you why the slavery was written in the Quran? Can you please explain to me what you think so I can rebuttal it?
No, please tell me what you think. I want to know about slavery. I want to know about P3DO. I'm more concerned, I more want to know, Ahmed, you still haven't given me a straight answer. You just said it was normal. This doesn't answer my question. When Prophet Muhammad slept with Aisha, age 9, was this moral or was this immoral?
Can I answer one at a time? Can I first
answer? No. This is the question I've been asking you since you came on here.
Yes.
Answer this one.
Can you repeat the question, please?
When Prophet Muhammad slept with 9-year-old Aisha, was this moral or was this immoral?
She wasn't 9, bro.
How old do you think she was?
I think she was in the teens, and it was normal to get married in the teenage,
teenage, so 13?
13, 14, 15, 16.
Yeah, sure. So first of all, historians and theologians of your own religion don't agree with you, but I'm willing to say that she was 13, right? So was it moral or immoral for 40 to 50-year-old Muhammad
It wasn't 40
to sleep with? How old was he? How old was he?
Listen, the Quran wasn't released all at the same time. It's a story.
Bro, answer my question. Was sleeping with this minor okay? Was sleeping with this 9-year-old moral or immoral?
How old do you think Muhammad was when he slept? I just want to know.
About 40 to 50.
Yeah,
answer the question. Yeah, answer the question. How old do you think he was?
In the 20s.
That's a lie. That's unironically a lie. That's actually a lie. Now, but sure, why not? He was 20 years old. Fine. So when apparently this 20-year-old man slept with 9-year-old Aisha, was this moral or immoral?
Wasn't 9. She wasn't 9.
Bro, all right, bro. I appreciate you for coming up, man. If you're just gonna reject fact, I'm just gonna move on to the next guys here. All right, man. Yeah, we need answers to these questions. Unfortunately, we do. Man. I tried to work with him. I did chat. If you guys are enjoying the debates, make sure to hit that follow button. I appreciate you all so much for being here. If you've enjoyed the content, make sure to smash that shit. We are so close to 100K. What's up, Van? Do you think it is wrong or moral to be gay? Use rewriting his own religion for real.
Okay, well, let's just, if we focus on the science of it.
Speak up, please.
The male body, if you look at it, a man being attracted to another man is, well, there is a moral argument, but there is also a scientific argument, which I would love us to focus on a little bit.
Yeah, they can't hear you, man. You got to speak up.
Oh, okay. So, what I'm saying is, the male body is made not for the manner in which two men involve themselves into a sexual act.
It quite literally is, man. Quite literally is. If we look at the science, seriously, seriously,
it's not meant for that, Dean.
So Van, I need you to listen. Right. So when I'm talking, right. So the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research, the Center for Neurodoctrine Studies at the University of Pittsburgh in Massachusetts, have shown us that gay men were quite literally designed to be gay, right? Because sexual orientation is going to be dependent upon physicalities of their anatomy, their neuroscience, and their genome, right? Therefore, they are made for this.
No, they are not made for it, because if you look at
disprove the science.
The anus is an excretory system. Why are we inserting something into it is meant to excrete.
Yeah,
to have something injected into it.
So sweet. How do you know? So how do you know the purpose of the anus? How do you know that it has a prescriptive purpose? Not to mention, Van, that when you say it has this, now just listen, right?
To the toilet.
Right, so Van, so we know this purpose because we observe it. Right, so Van, I need you to listen to me. I need you to not interrupt me, right? So we can denote that one of the functions of Van, okay, dude. So we can know that one of the purposes or functions of the male anus is going to be to excrete excrement because we observe that. In the same fashion that we also observe it being used as a cavity for the male member in homosexual intercourse. right? Not to mention that like if you are to like assume that there exist prescriptive purposes for parts of our body, such as that is the one and the only purpose, and you denote this not by observation, then you're basically just appealing to a god.
I haven't mentioned God here.
Yeah, because
I'm
for
just
objective
focused on
purpose to exist,
I'm
it must
just
be a god.
focused on the fact that I'm just focused on the fact that you cannot why are we using the excretory system for injecting something that doesn't belong in there. Now
How do you know it doesn't belong in there?
it doesn't belong there because it does not lubricate itself. When the female and the male
So is that how you know
come
it doesn't belong in
together,
there? So yeah, what if a female suffers from a condition in which she
the
does not
female
lubricate herself?
body, the female
Gabriella,
body
thank you so much for that
naturally,
galaxy. I really appreciate
the
it.
female body naturally lubricates itself. The male body doesn't.
So the
So
anus does.
that
It does
tells
to an
you it
extent.
doesn't.
Yeah,
It
so
doesn't.
Van, the
The
anus
anus
does.
does not.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, to a certain extent it
what,
does.
what's the study? What's the study on that? That the anus actually lubricates itself.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, Dean. Come on. Dean,
All right.
Dean.
So,
Let's
do you want to
put it
study?
this way.
Do you want to study?
Let's put it this way. Let's put it this way, Dean. Science once told us that this was actually a mental illness. The same science. Now today, we're looking at the science being so
Okay, he doesn't want to study.
so corrupted that I don't mind the study, but I'm just telling you, with science today, it's so corrupted. Look on the UNICEF website, it's saying that porn is okay for children, which is not. Which is not.
Right. So Van, science did used to say it was mental illness, but then like as we've like continued to gain like a higher level of education on like our anatomy, on our biology, and what like like constitutes what a mental illness is, as we like learn more about the nuances and complexities like of the human body, like we no longer deem it as a mental institution. Like this science was disproved by science.
Well, let's just put it back to common sense. Let's put the science back to common sense, which is what I just said.
Science isn't common sense.
The male body,
Van,
no.
I appreciate you for coming up here. Science isn't common sense. I talked to him for like an hour yesterday on the trans topic. It didn't work. But I mean, if like we're gonna hold this notion that science is gonna be common sense, I don't know. I don't like that. You know what I mean? Like we probably shouldn't do that. Like it's just not commonsensical. But anyways, y'all, I'm actually gonna end for the night here. I'm gonna end for the night. Pick Jared. Yeah, unfortunately I'm gonna end for the night. Just because let me go ahead and turn off sub only chat. Just because I have some homework to do. I need to go eat, and then I actually have a presentation tomorrow. So in my public speaking class that I'm in, I'm giving a presentation tomorrow on how to debate. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun. But I gotta go write it now. I haven't even started on it yet. But anyways, y'all, I just wanted to say that I really appreciate and love every single one of you. I hope that you guys enjoyed the debates today. I'll be back tomorrow with some more debates. I'm contemplating maybe taking a day off. Like, I don't know if you guys have been able to tell, but Jesse, thank you so much for that superpower. I've just been like a little bit more irritated with guests lately. And like this isn't like because like I think I'm losing or anything. Like I really do think it's because like maybe I've just been doing this a little too much for too long. So I may take a day off just to kind of give myself a mental brain break from this so I could kind of come back with some more like clarity of the situation. But anyways, y'all, I love you all so much. If you've enjoyed the debates, make sure you hit that follow button. I will see you all tomorrow. Consider joining my Discord. The link to it's in my bio. I hang out in there every single day. I appreciate everyone that came over from Parker's stream that happens to still be here. I am going to go live on my second account maybe for a little bit. So the app for that is @itsdeaann. I'll go ahead and throw that up on the stream. Just consider following it. I do like fun little lives where I battle. It's just fun. Actually, yeah, I'm going to go live on there just for a little bit. I'm gonna go live on this account just for a little bit as soon as I get off of here. So I'm actually gonna go on there literally right now @itsnotdean. Let's go raid that. It's gonna be like a hangout, cool like type of Q&A thing. Like if you found me within recent time and you just like you like the debate so far, consider heading over to @itsnotdean. I'm just gonna do a little Q&A stream, have some fun. They're always pretty fun, and the viewers of them love them. So I'm going over there right now. Everyone make sure to head over to @itsnotdean. I'm going to do like a short little second account live on there. I love you all, and good night, everybody. Bye, guys.